It's just like one big afro, just all over. Like your beard look like an afro, upside down.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay, so basically, this camera ain't good enough to show how shitty my hair looking right now.
Nah,
That's what it is. Right. Let's see. Welcome back to the TWEOM podcast. I'm your host, Joel Morris.
the other host, Louis the 15th.
And it's your other host, Walt Rid.
How you always mess this up?
What I do? Oh,
you
shit.
said other.
Cut.
I'm gonna go find my lighter.
This is like literally the seventh. This is like, nigga, this is a ninth podcast. This is like the seventh time you done that shit.
Hey, it's canon at this point, bro. I gotta find it.
Exactly. Son.
People expecting me to fuck it
Oh
up.
man, this point, this is almost next week. Would be number 10. I'm proud of us. I'm not gonna lie, but I thought we would nigga this shit all the way out. Some point we be sitting here like, yeah, man. I thought the window was gonna be one of those conversations where we were like, yo, man, we should start the podcast back up. Because niggas stopped. So it's like, but I was telling Lewis that Walt, this is about to be episode number 10 next week. So
a word, all right.
Like I said, I'm proud of us, man. I thought we would.
Hey, you know what? Small victories. It's the small victories.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Because niggas will put something aside and leave it there forever.
Facts. Facts, man.
Put it aside. That's my African name, bro.
Yeah, man. So, man, how y'all doing? How y'all doing stress-wise right now, man? I think we should start the podcast with that.
Bro.
You really want to know?
I keep going in and out between tripping and everything's good, and then tripping and then everything's good.
Yeah. Basically, you black. That's what you're telling me.
So nothing changed.
Yeah. How about you, Walt? Oh, okay. He's like, I got my
good.
shit. he's like, what?
I'm good.
I didn't even see that nigga like that shit. He just had it.
DC too.
I was like, you been holding this whole time? Oh, man. Yeah. Can y'all hear me good, though? My audio good?
Yes.
Right,
how about me? Am I coming in good?
Oh, what happened to the sound?
Coming in solid?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm good, right? All right.
Yeah.
We all good. I think we all good.
Joe, how are you? That's the question. How are you?
Oh, bro. I'm honestly over here, and I'm kind of like in a weird space, man. There's a lot in flux for me right now.
Well,
I don't know what's going on with the job. All right,
man.
So yeah, man. Like I said, I'm straight for the most part. Like I said, a lot of stuff is in flux for me right now. I don't know what's going on with the job. Real talk.
Word.
It's starting to feel weird for like getting paid to do like literally nothing for the most part.
Mm-hmm. It's just now starting to feel weird. Nigga, it's been like 2 months.
Well, I really don't. We usually don't give a fuck about that type of stuff, Lou. I just think this is just my natural. Like at some point, it just caught up to me. Like I usually don't give a fuck at all. You know that. So it's like, hold on. Let me get in this drink. Jump out real quick. Hey, cousin Lisa. Yeah, I'm filming the podcast right now, so I'll hit y'all back.
Cousin Louisa.
Yeah, nice to see you, Lisa. How you doing?
Fake name.
Doing right, little cutie. Now it's my niece, yo.
Oh, look at the niece calling in.
All right.
Baby Kim.
All right, cool. She calling in my cousin right now. But yeah, man, I gotta get down there to see that baby. Yeah.
True.
But nah, man, like I said, the job is in flux. I don't even really think it's in flux because we got email on the 15th. It's like pretty much everybody's job is good. And she was pretty much addressing, because I guess I'm not the only one whose fear is like there in regard to that.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I'm saying? To me, it's also like anxiety or worry. But then it's also, I'm to this point right now where I'm being real, like, we're ready to just start building Wakanda, dog. Like,
yeah, no, seriously. Seriously. It is
any way we can make it.
It's too long. It's been in the talks, and like that video that you sent on IG, I forget the woman that was speaking, but she was talking about separation.
Oh, right? Erica.
And
yeah,
but just the way she broke it down, she was like, "Nah, like when you're talking about separation, it's not like
No, it's accurate.
Like we hate everybody
Yeah.
else. It's like, no, we love ourselves the most.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it, and
No, that's
like
facts, man. That's 100% facts.
it's
And you
been
gotta think
building. It's been building slowly but surely, but I think now is like a serious wake up call for everybody.
yeah, I think if you watch that video of George Floyd, like
Man,
I think it's a breaking point for a lot of people.
yeah.
Like a true breaking point. What I mean by that is I think less people just gonna be more people won't just engage in those confrontational conversations about race.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know, man. I just think that this is a very like that shit was like gut wrenching to the most like hugest
There's
core, and that's because of
nothing.
Eric Garner too, though.
There's nothing that you can say that he was right about. Like there's absolutely
Yeah.
nothing,
There never
and then
is, man. They're never
I'm
in the
like,
right.
no, but you know how like some people could be like, well, you know what, I can,
Fuck 'em.
I've
Fuck 'em.
been trained in this, for X amount of years.
Yeah.
It's like,
Nah,
no,
fuck 'em.
there's
Yeah.
nothing. I'm serious. Like fuck them, but still, it's like
Yeah.
they can't even defend this. Like there's nothing.
No.
There's nothing here. And
Oh,
it's
some
just
of these
like,
niggas is out here trying.
exactly.
Actually, yeah, that is funny. I was under one of Sean King's posts, and he was doing what Sean King do, trying to rally people to take action. And of course, somebody always got to be somebody in the comments talking about something. I agree, this is wrong, but violence just begets violence. And Sean clapped back and was like, "Nigga, did you say that about the Civil War, the Revolutionary War? Like, who the fuck is you, dog?"
Yeah, man, that's facts, yo. And is that the one where he posted about when it was like a little light riot was taking place, and
light
he was like, "I'm not
riot.
even mad at it," because Sean King made a post. It was a light riot. It was a light riot.
Yeah.
It's more time. I mean, I've seen riot. We know what a riot looked like. Right? Like
Yeah.
it was light, some little light. It's getting heavier. It got heavier since now.
Yeah.
It's going all the way up now. But it's not even rioting really. It's more like just, you know what? The best thing about that footage was it was everybody, man. It was white kids out there breaking police cars.
Yeah.
Hispanic
and the thing
kids.
is that's what it was too. It was focused purely on the police.
Yeah.
No, they broke into that parking lot. They just started fucking up the police cars. Like, yeah.
Who else are we talking about right now? Like, that's what I want to know. Like,
No, but nobody can. It's like we have footage now to show. Like, all right, it doesn't matter. Like, because somebody's gonna come in and try to say, oh, well, these Black Lives Matter hooligans, try to attack all these local businesses. Somebody's gonna try to push him. Like, no, yes. It's not there. No, this is a police problem right now. Is
100%. But I think, and when I say a breaking point, I just mean like, I think that some people catch on to things quicker than others. Like some people pick up the patterns and how these things play out quicker than others. And I think right now the pattern's becoming more noticeable to more people. And they're kind of just being like, for instance, I think when I was watching the video, the most gut-wrenching aspect of it was I was just seriously I just wanted him to lift his knee up if it was even for like 30 seconds. Like just to that's how fucked up it is. Cause I'm just sitting there like, yo, man, like just one breath, let him catch his breath. You got him. And then the taunting for him to get up while you're on him. It was a full 100%.
He put more of his weight on. Like,
yeah, it was 100%
more of his weight on that knee.
It was, we're killing this man. That's 100% what that was. There was nothing. That was 100% a murder that we saw on camera, a lynching. It was a public lynching. And I think, like I said, that just snapped. Like when I'm just sitting there hoping for 30 seconds of air, like it's me dying. You know what I'm saying? Like it really felt like that. Because like when that man said, "Mom," I said, "It's a grown 40-year-old man." So when you yell out for your mama, bro, you know it's a wrap. Like life is coming. Like that's waking up at night from a nightmare. Mama, you know, come on, man. So like I said, man, that shit just fucked me all the way up. So like I said, I'm not even sure if I want to continue with life as I was living it. Like, am I doing more? Can I do more? Am I doing enough in terms of with the art and just making sure it's being pushed out there more, you know? Like, what can we be doing that's more? Because at this point, I don't think any of us have any layer of wishy-washiness about how we're going to live our truth and ethic in regards to matters of this nature.
Yo, yeah.
Like,
No,
I don't think there's anybody who can bring any black on black statistics. Nothing can be said to us three at this point where we're going to be like, oh yeah, you're right. George Floyd is just, why am I so angry? Like there's nothing that can be said to dissuade the anger I feel from that video.
Yeah.
Like, and like I said, man, and it's deeper than, of course it's deeper than Floyd, man. You know, it's like I said, I'm thinking of Eric Garner while watching it, and I'm just like, did the cop with his knee on his neck not see the Eric Garner video? That's what I was thinking. Like, you know what I'm saying? You had to know about the I can't breathe.
No, that's the thing. No, the sick part is he did.
Yeah, it was like
it's like he does, but he doesn't care.
Is this a copycat murder?
They ain't no different than them school shooters that be running up. They see
facts.
Let me get my stacks up. I'm like, what's the difference, man? Y'all all.
We talked about it last pod. The one with the Snapchat video going through the Arizona Mall and shit.
Yeah, he got an audience, and now he gonna flaunt his power.
Yeah, and that's what that dude's face looked like in that video with George Floyd. It just looked. Yeah, I know y'all got the cameras.
But what I started to look up were rules of engagement that police have in the United States, and the short of it is that they don't. So police can use deadly force when they perceive their life.
Our soldiers have rules of engagement.
Exactly, and that's the flip of it, you know, because we're expecting, if it's war, you truly don't know if that person, you know, war is completely different from domestic disputes within a country. You know, like it's not even terrorism that we're talking about. These are just normal crime shit that be happening. All right, so like there needs to be I was looking into it. I know Georgia has a petition to have rules of engagement implemented for Georgia, but there needs to be something implemented all 50 states. Like I don't want to say on a federal level, but like there needs.
I want to say on a federal level, like.
I mean, I do want to say on a federal level, but I don't know if
you know what. I would put it on a federal level when dealing with black people. There should be rules of engagement for police.
You know what?
Like,
I'll accept. Yeah,
100%. There should be rules of engagement, bro. Like, we're talking about those rules of engagement exist so that when our soldiers go over there, they see humanity. They see humans.
Exactly. They have to.
They are forced to see humans. Yes. And I think we're not talking about a dynamic of war, which is parties fighting each other. We're talking about a dynamic of control. Like, it's a dynamic of, you know, control over everything, man. They even try to have control over how we feel about the conversation. That's why all those other stupid things come up, like black on black crime and cops kill more white people. You know, all those dumb arguments. Like,
but that's the tick of it though, because all those statistics would still be wrapped into that. Because if you will just apply it, like any person operating under the moniker, you know, police, sheriff, deputy, you know, whatever, you know, that region wants to call their authority. All right. If they are going towards an American citizen, or if they're going towards a person in the United States, they have to go in this fashion. So it doesn't even matter if that person's crossing the border, if they're illegal, it doesn't matter. So it's like, it's the wording of it, because you're going to get those same motherfuckers who are going to be like, oh, black on this, black on that, blah, blah, blah. No, we're doing it to save ourselves. But in reality, it's going to save everybody. You lift the ship, you raise the ship of one, you raise the ships of all. Like,
yeah, facts, man. Like, it's okay. So it's going to be like you said, man. You get us right, a lot of people get right automatically. Especially if you direct help towards our community.
Exactly.
I'm looking at you, Joe Biden.
You know, fuck Joe Biden. We already know. Like, that's like even like a non-starter.
You can't say that though.
It's like.
We can't say
I'm
that.
more looking at the
He's the only option.
Like,
so now we're talking about separation.
Exactly. Like, it's separation, but it's like help somebody. Like we're struggling right now. Like, just all we need is just one or two like pointers, whatever. I don't know what it is, but it's like we need.
Oh, you think it's like I think everything we need to know, we have taught ourselves over generations. It's just execution.
Right.
It really is about execution. That's what I'm saying. I'm literally like, thinking over the rest of this year, like how it's going to play out. Like I know it's still up in the air a lot in regards to terms of whether or not we're going to be back in this office doing regular things, but I think for me and Pete, like personally, it's going to be like a very like I said, man, it's not even a matter like it's not like I haven't taken my finger off the pulse of these things since Trayvon. It's 8 years ago. Like I'm just so much like I just get all of the layers of all of it right now, and I just see the futility to most of how we're executing. And the only thing left that we have is Tulsa. You know what I'm saying? Black Wall Street. Like I don't know any other way. Like I don't know any other way but to get everything that we want for ourselves. Like I'm saying, like, should the NBA come back or should they just start their own shit? You know, like like an exodus, like just an automatic, like, because Adam Silver, like the NBA, I get that they're not active right now, but they pulled all the way out of North Carolina for the bathrooms, bro. Like to support trans rights, and I'm just like, where's the memo from the NBA right now? Maybe I haven't seen it. Like I said, I haven't been searching through everything online right now for this, but it's like, where's that call to action? And I get it, they're off, they can't be active. It's a weird place to be right now. You know, like I said, we can't really get active like we want. I see people protesting right now, but they got their mask on. They're not respecting the social distancing, but that's only going to happen in Minneapolis right now because the anger is just that palpable right there for them. But, you know, I don't know.
Right now, it's back to what you said about a true black agenda, like a true black political agenda, you know? And I just think it's looking at these laws and how we can change it. Like, I had a really crazy idea. I'm like, all right, you know, everybody wants to talk about black on black violence or whatever like that. I just see it as systemic poor violence. But regardless, people shoot people. All right.
Yeah.
Why don't we try to have a push for more rubber bullets? Granted, I know rubber bullets, nobody wants to be shot. All right. But the propensity of rubber bullets killing somebody versus one of metal or plastic killing somebody, like I can only imagine, like it brings it down significantly. I mean, I can only imagine. So it's like, why don't we have just maybe a simple step like that? Because I know eventually it's gonna be like, no,
I agree. Like I don't
make sure
like maybe.
Honestly,
I don't know, man. I don't think realistically the guns are staying, bro.
Exactly.
Country's not getting rid of them.
It's like we're not getting rid of the guns, so why don't we get rid of the method, their lethality? You know, like.
Nah, I'm not even like fuck them baby steps. I say nah, like just fuck them baby steps. Like I just want it to be like if I see you kill a motherfucker on camera, life sentence. Like you just straight to jail. You get fired. Any other regular civilian would be like. That's all I want to see now. Like, if you a cop, if you a regular nigga, like, just, just go to jail.
I mean, I get it. There's measures that need to be taken to secure safety now. But I don't know, man. Rubber bullets don't stop a knee on your neck, bro. Like,
exactly.
Rubber bullets don't.
That nigga ain't even get shot to death.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, though, Walt.
But
you just use an example.
Yeah. But what's like where are we gonna go? Because right now it's like what big change can we do? Like,
I mean, honestly, I was thinking about this, and I'm like, I was really inspired by Andrew Yang and just the ways in which he just approached the simplicity of a situation and dealt with it. A lot of his solutions to things would mirror. It would go from every spectrum of the political side, and it would go from conservatism to liberalism. Like it had this sort of weight to it. Especially his economic plans, where people would say, okay, this seems like a conservative principle, but it's addressing this problem. And this seems to be the best solution for this problem. And you put it in there, and it's like, okay, is that Republican idea? Is that Democrat idea? It's like, no, it's most likely Republicans will support this on a broader scale, but it's only successful in the implementation dealing with this item. You know, we can't take it across the board and use it the way they want to, but I understand wanting to be reserved in terms of funds on this thing. You know what I'm saying? You're not using it broadly. You're just using it specifically when you need to. That's how Andrew Yang was. So I was thinking about this. If you're the president, right, and you're the Democrat, you're the head of the Democratic Party, right? in theory. You know, we have a selected head who's like the head of the DNC, but if you're the Democratic president, the politician aspect of it, you are 100% the leader of that party.
Mm-hmm.
That party supports your ideas and left and whatever, right? So if you're going to try to get the change down, then I think as the head of the Democratic Party, you should have a plan and process to say, if you're going to think about a black agenda, hey, by the way, when I get elected, I'm going to make sure that we start to look at these local municipalities and ensure that we're putting progressive, forward-thinking Democrats in these positions, and I'll be there to support them in their local elections as the president, right? Which is something that seems kind of whoa, but we see slight versions of that now, you know, where president says, yeah, I like the cut of this guy's jib, make sure you get out there and vote. Whereas I think it needs to be something that you're not just doing it when an amazing candidate like pops up in this one area, then you jump down there because he's a hot politician, take a photo together and say, make sure you vote for him. I think it needs to be more of a directed thing. And I know it probably is behind the scenes for the most part. I just think it needs to be on the forefront of an agenda so people can understand how that really is going to be implemented. Like that's how a federal level can affect the local and state level, I think. But those are ideas that, of course, need to be enacted. But I'm just saying, like, the overall idea of a black agenda does not sound crazy to me, or does it sound like we can wait to ask for one? Because if we get him out of office, y'all know they're going to all act like it was his fault. Like, the rise in racism, like, it's like a fix all to them that he's gone.
Yeah.
Okay, like I said, Joe Biden, for instance, you still haven't said healthcare for all in your platform yet. You still don't support that. Yet, how many people changed their minds during this pandemic about healthcare for all? But you're not even trying to get them to vote for you. So why? Like, why are you still stuck on the, we can't do healthcare for all, the country to go bankrupt. You just wrote us all checks, nigga. Like, what are you talking about? You can't even say that shit right now. You can totally fund a healthcare system for everyone. Like, all the lies have been exposed. We know everything now. So what I'm saying is, Joe, there could be a woman who was like, yo, man, I always vote for Republicans. I always vote Republican. But this healthcare crisis hit, and she's like, oh my God, we need to get free healthcare. It took this for her to understand that. Sometimes it takes a big wake-up call for people. But she's still sitting here like, well, why would I vote for Joe? He ain't going to do it either. And you know what I'm saying? So it's like, he's not even trying to tempt the people who perhaps have changed in the 2 months they've been stuck at the fucking house. Like, I know one thing, there are a lot more black people thinking about specific things to help our community right now at the wake. And I could say that it's more severe than it was on Monday, considering what we've seen the last day. So why would you try to run away from being able to grab people with ideas? That just seems stupid to me. You're worried about people running away from progressive ideas, so you're not putting them in place, but you don't think that people will cling to them if they're new ideas. Like that makes no sense. Like, like I said, we're about to lose like shit. He's gonna be president for the next probably 10 years.
It's like you think people that are close to him haven't been telling him this?
Yeah.
Like, so if the man ain't even listening to them, it's like, what?
I said, do we need another white man in office who don't listen to nobody?
We gonna get one, regardless.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be the same one that's there now.
So I like how like these candidates throw like a seemingly like last minute black agenda. I don't know. I think it was the shade room, and I was just scrolling like usual. And I seen them post like, oh, Joe Biden's black agenda. And I was like, I didn't even bother to read it because it don't mean shit to me. One, because it just seems last minute because, I mean, like, how long you been campaigning? Like, if you knew you was going to be running for president. And it came right after that bullshit he said on the Breakfast Club about if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. So I'm just like, I don't even want to read
it.
Yeah.
That really came out of his mouth.
Come on, Joseph.
Joe taking black cards, y'all. He's snatching black cards up. And you said Joseph. You see our boys join on Facebook. He was, I just got my black degree from Joe Biden University.
Joe Biden University.
Oh man, son. Joe Biden is taking people's black cards, y'all.
I had to check my wallet to make sure mine was still in there. I was like, let me see if I still got this black
I
card.
never thought about voting for Trump, so I guess he never had the right to take mine. But
Oh,
No, you can never be too
born in
careful,
it.
I guess he took Kanye's.
Damn.
I thought Kanye like gave his up voluntarily.
Oh,
We should do like we should recreate the racial draft sketch, but just have Joe Biden be our representative that we send out.
And Joe's like, yeah, so I think we're gonna get that one right there. That's a good boy. Come
And
here.
when he hits the podium, he'll be like, "And when I was vice president for Barack Obama."
And that's it. I would
That's
Joe.
it.
Not you know when me and Barry were in the office.
Yeah,
Right.
So
Barry,
what y'all think when you first saw the clip from the Breakfast Club? So that was like last week.
Honestly, I just like, oh,
I was like, this nigga bold, huh?
right. Like,
Yeah.
I thought
Whereas
people
he said I was being too
exaggerating.
cavalier. Joe said he was being too cavalier.
Oh,
You know what it was?
Fancy words in order to distract this nigga. Oh no.
He was looking down on Charlemagne. Like, and it's not even a byproduct.
Really?
I think it's a byproduct of the platform itself. He was looking down on the Breakfast Club as a platform. And you could tell he was because of what came out of his mouth at the end of the interview. Like, there's no way you respect the audience of the platform you're on and would say something like that. That's like me going on the read talking shit about trans people.
Like, I don't like.
You could try.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't do shit like, but you don't. If I don't understand the audience though, and I'm just Ben Shapiro willy nilly walking around, then you might do some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So it's like, but Joe, because we listened to him talk to Charlemagne, because Charlemagne asked him a question, right, about his black support that he had in South Carolina. I don't know if y'all watched the entire interview.
No.
Charlemagne asked him a question about the black people who voted for him, right? Mm-hmm. And it was in regards to Diddy's messaging about we're gonna hold the vote hostage, right? Mm-hmm. So he's like, we're gonna hold the vote hostage, and we're gonna basically we need something for our vote. That's what Charlemagne was saying to him. And his rebuttal and answer to this was, I got more black support in the South states than Barack did. Yeah. That was him telling Charlemagne, more niggas are following me than you. Yeah. If you're considering voting for Trump, you ain't black.
You know what I don't like, man? Like
Daddy Joe.
Charlemagne and the you know the homies at the Breakfast Club are cool and all, but like,
are they?
I'm getting tired of like political candidates going to the Breakfast Club and the Breakfast Club people asking like the same basic ass questions. Like, I just want there to be like a higher vibration level show that niggas fuck with so they can ask them like the hard hitting questions. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what Charlemagne's list of questions.
Well, that's why he interviewed Joe by himself. Yeah.
No, because I want somebody better. Like I want Joe Biden to go sit down with like a Angela Rikins or like not Angela Rikins. She's kind of like just too soft for me. Just like a very intelligent, like hard hitting, a nigga with some hard hitting questions that's not gonna let Joe Biden slip up with some shit like, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. I can't think of one person off the top of my head, unfortunately.
Cornel West?
Cornel West, just anybody, bro. Just anybody.
Cornel wouldn't do it. He likes Joe.
What is that platform? Because the Breakfast Club is too low.
Wasn't there a
right now I think Charlemagne's honestly the hardest one.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think he is. I think in terms of the questioning and how he's asking the questions. Yeah, I think he's the most blunt.
But also,
yeah, I think that's though.
Is there an agenda to speak of though?
Yeah.
No, I missed what Joel said. You said what?
Yeah, but I don't know. I think that's your perspective on it, though. I think in terms of I can look at the landscape. I can't think anybody else who's going harder in terms of asking what they really want to know, like in the way they want to know it. Like, yeah, I don't think so. But I don't know. Maybe we got somebody else out there because, like I said, if it's not Angela, maybe Amanda Seals.
It got to be, man.
Amanda Seales, she might go hard in the paint in the interview.
Yeah, she could get all up in Joe's ass. Like,
Maybe Van Lathan.
Van Lathan, yeah. See, I like
Mark
Van.
Lamont
Yeah.
Hill.
Mark Lamont. I would like to see him interview Mark Lamont. Mark Lamont lost his platforms for the most part. But I would like to see him sit down with Mark Lamont Hill.
He just doesn't have that like support or like, you know, that fan base that the Breakfast Club has for niggas, which is why they always go up there. Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. Like, that's the question. What audience are you tapping depending on who you ask to do the interview? Right? So I know the Breakfast Club is ignorant niggas. That's just reach ignorant niggas. He could go talk to Ebro. I would like him to talk to Ebro. Yeah. Ebro might have more of a rebuttal in certain points and positions. I think Charlamagne's interview style, he's trying to just let you go. And he just interjects what he thinks at certain points. Yeah. And I think Ebro may hit back with more statistics at key points while you're saying. He's not going to let you say the whole bullshit. He's going to stop you before you get half the bullshit out. Right. That's Ebro's interview style, a little bit more. Yeah, I don't think I can think of anybody else who would be, you know, truly hard-hitting black journalist.
Yeah. And that's really isn't a shame.
I mean, Sean King. Like, Sean King would have some true questions. Like, I would love that too, you know?
I'd rather
he was supporting a whole presidential candidate.
Rather D-Ray than Sean King.
D-Ray McKesson?
Really?
Yeah.
Why you pick D-Ray over Sean King?
I don't know.
Sean King always seems shifty to me. That's all.
Why is Sean King shifty?
I don't know. Just feel off. Like, I know what he's doing is incredible work.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I just like.
Is that the vibe you get from him?
Yeah, it's just yeah. But,
I don't know. You probably be on Twitter too much.
Yeah, I just feel like he's been too consistent for me to like. Yeah. Really criticize him. Or like doubt.
It depends on what circles you stay in, though.
And it's not.
There's a healthy group of black people out there who feel like Waldo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've discerned that.
It's not even like a hate towards him. It's just like I don't know. Yeah.
Like, why are you going so hard?
Yeah, like
you going so hard, dog. Why you so hard in the face?
I mean, you know, I think I kind of assuaged myself with those concerns when I just thought about all the death threats you get. If you share, like, you know, the Browns' death threats went up like crazy after he shared that post yesterday. You know, like, I just think of the way that happens to you, and I just think of, like, what his family must be going through. So, like I said, I get it. I completely understand it. But I think I've been too close at this point for me to carry those concerns any further. Like, I may have had them when I first started following for, like, the first year and a half. But that's just because I was listening to the outside voices who weren't paying close attention, just paying slight attention. So they don't really have the full breadth of what he's been doing or involved in what he's been doing. So I understand that.
Bro, whenever some shit go down, the first page I go to, I'm like, let me see if Sean King talking about this shit right now. And honestly, what I want to know is like all these celebrities, because I checked his IG followers today, and the man is, I think, about like at 2 million. And you know, a lot of celebrities fuck with him and maybe post his shit. What I really want to know is like how many of those celebrities is putting money towards, you know, like when he's giving out rewards for, find this racist cop that was at this MAGA rally that had his foot on this black kid's neck. Like, I want to know how many of those.
I do think those are funds from richer people.
On the low.
Like, they still looking for that one dude from Charlottesville. You ain't found that motherfucker yet? There's still one dude he's looking for from. Nah, there's still one dude they haven't found yet. He was looking for this dude for like literally 3 years. He'll post about it every once in a while. Like, yo, I'm still looking for you, motherfucker. The reward is XYZ.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know, man, like I said, I understand a lot of stuff takes place behind the scenes because, once again, the death threats. Like, if you make certain moves in public, you will get berated for it and death threats. And, like, I understand it. I understand why this one celebrity is only going to tap their foot in but this much. I wasn't lost when I watched the Michael Jordan doc, why he didn't do it. It's not in his spirit. He's brave enough to take down 5 dudes in the basketball court, but he ain't brave enough to face white America. I get that. We deal with those conflictions every single day, man. Because he's talking about Republicans buy sneakers too. You ain't worried about your sales going down. You worry about having to deal and face and have understanding and be able to articulate that when people come in your face. I think that's why Kaepernick doesn't do interviews. he knows he's going to get like questions,
Mm-hmm.
and
About what though?
questions. I think it depends on who
regarding
interviews
his
him.
moves?
Yeah.
I think regarding, I think he's ready to respectfully, because he did it while he was still playing football. While he took the knee, he was articulating himself well and in a full capacity. But I think in terms of trying to articulate what's been going on with him and the struggles with the NFL over the last 3 years, and how he still wants to play, and what it all breaks down to socioeconomic wise for Black people, like every aspect of it. I think he doesn't want to get into an interview, because an interview from him at this point would have been incredibly impactful to everything he wants to do. Like, we haven't heard him talk for more than, I think, 3 to 5 minutes at a time. Yeah. He gave a speech when he got that one honorary award for athlete outspoken, the Muhammad Ali Award. But aside from that, that's a speech. That is an interview. People asking you questions and you having to have a response in real time.
I mean, yeah, somebody like him, I'm not really tripping, because I think honestly, if you don't understand what his points are at this point, you honestly just playing dumb. So I don't necessarily want a speech from Colin Kaepernick.
Me neither. I would love to see an interview though. I don't want to hear another. I
mean, yeah, that's my best. That's what I meant.
Yeah. Oh, you meant to say interview? You don't want to say interview?
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to see Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, if he comes with some detailed points as to what his plans are to move forward after this.
I would just want to know what his life's been like for the last 4 years.
Or that too. Yeah.
How you been, Colin?
Yeah, literally, just like what you've been up to.
I genuinely want to know that, man. Like,
you be playing 2K?
You've been playing Madden?
What's your quarantine diaries, Colin?
Hey.
Yeah.
But
I'm very interested in stuff like that, especially with people I respect.
True.
That's why I don't like the Shade Room. They be posting a lot of shit about a bunch of people I don't give a fuck about.
But that's what they do, man.
We have the dumbest Fashion Nova ad right below a video of a dude getting choked to death by the police. I'm like, it can't be good to see these things back to back.
No.
It's fucking up to our brains.
No, that's why you
gotta pass most of that stuff. Keep it real.
You gotta get away from social media.
Yeah. And the point is, I don't think we can though.
Are we too intertwined?
It's too late. It's too late. We're getting symbiotic, bro. Like 100%. It's 100% too late for that.
Nah, man, I'm damn near delete my Facebook. I should though.
Yeah, I mean, Facebook is my least used app right now. I go on there once a day, maybe. IG, I'm on that motherfucker. Nah, IG got me like that's at least 6-7 times a day or some shit. I'm on that joint.
I can get off IG, but I kind of bounce back between IG and Twitter.
Like but when people say stuff like that, are you counting when you just checked it for 1 second? Because I count those too.
Yeah.
Okay. I know some people don't count unless they scroll for a while.
Yeah, no. Like if I go in, I start scrolling for 2 seconds. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like I was just on this. Like let me get off. I'm like, yeah.
Funny enough, Twitter is my least used social media app. IG is definitely my most, because
I'll correct that. Twitter is mine too. You're right.
And then Facebook, it'll be one of those where I just get on for 30 seconds. I don't even know why. Ain't nobody hitting me up on there. I don't care what's going on, but I'll just every once in a while.
I just have a Twitter.
I just have a Facebook for my family to see me over.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's some social media apps we just have.
Yeah.
Like true. I got a TikTok.
Yeah, me too.
I got a Triller. I got a TikTok and a Triller. Yeah, I took the word until Monday just in case it ever gets snatched and we need to use it for something.
True. I mean, hey. Yo, honestly, wait. All right. Can I talk about that real quick?
Yeah.
Right. Random tangent, but this is a very millennial, personal thing. I was creating a username for some fucking website, and it was taken. But it's like my username.
Yeah.
You ever run into a situation like that? You created it, and everywhere you go, that's the one you can count on. Is somebody, has that ever
somebody
happened?
bitch's shit? Yeah.
Yeah, I was just 100%. What the fuck? Wait, because now I'm trying to think where they saw this shit at, and Who could have even like peered at
It's
that
like
shit?
sometimes it's like people say what is a quote?
It's,
It's like people don't have ideas, ideas have people.
y-
Mm, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
yeah,
I don't know who
yeah.
said that shit though, but I want to hear
Nah,
this. I
but
was like, oh,
that's
that's
real.
deep.
Yeah,
That's how I've always felt. I always kind of felt like ideas float in this space and we
right.
run into them.
Right.
Right.
Because my best ideas have always been like, that's what an epiphany is. It's like an explosion. An idea just smacks you across the fucking head.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
it's and you know now no idea is new, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but it's like it was just weird to experience that. Like,
Yeah. What
That's
if
how
ideas were like
Yeah.
that? They really are these things that float around in a space we can't physically see. And some people just walk into these things and then they have them.
I just think like the best ideas just come from like
that's a movie.
people who
I know,
are
right?
good
Or
at connecting
animals.
different things.
You said
What'd
what?
you say?
No, I'm just saying. I think like the people who come up with the best ideas are just like people who. Why is a nigga hitting me up from Instagram video? People who are good at like connecting like seemingly unrelated like topics or like subjects and just making
Yeah.
something new out of these like fragments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Joe comes up with crazy ideas all the time because this nigga literally watches a shit ton of animes and Korean films from like across the world, and he just be coming up with bullshit. I'm like,
It's
nigga,
definitely some bullshit.
yeah, yeah.
Hey,
And
but
say, man, we
it's
need to
some
work on
bullshit
execution.
That's,
Execution, man. It's all bullshit until you execute.
hey,
I
facts.
say bullshit. I'm just like, shit.
No, I know
I
what you
never
meant.
would have thought of.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. Like for me, certain people who do shit like that, like you see, like they pop off all the time, like a Prince Ea.
Or like McFly. I always think of McFly.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, the way he animates the black characters and does it in such this
Connects these
beautiful
different
way.
animes and like a
Yeah.
modern style. It's
Exactly. And he always, and when he makes an anime character black, he never fails to get their expression right. Based on who that character is, but also adding what it would look like if it came from a black person.
Yeah.
He's very just like distinct with that. Like the expression, like if you see like a picture of Bakugo and Bakugo's like spitting and shit, it's like this is some shit Bakugo would do, but it's also some shit the way exactly the way he draws it. So it's just dope.
Word. Okay. No, that's cool.
That's why I say I love social media. It introduces us to amazing people every day.
Oh yeah.
A byproduct of it, we just have to see some horrible shit. Like this is technically everything is. Man. I put it on the IG story where I'm like, it's a system. The cell phones disrupt the system, but this thing works like clockwork every day in this country. That's why when people say things like, "Why are you more upset about this than black on black crime?" and those other arguments, I always say to myself. The only reason I always say to myself because I'm like, it's not that we're more upset. It's just that we all saw a murder on camera yesterday and we feel a type of way. And it's like, and it's not that we're more upset about it than the average murders. It's just that think of how many things just happen on local news and don't make it. Like people die every night. I can't say that the community's not mad that 3 people died in gang violence. I don't know what they're like. The media's not there because they don't care. The media is not making it a main story. I done seen 30 clips about coronavirus today talking about the same shit.
Right.
But somebody died, I'm pretty sure. Let's say somebody died in a gang fight. Like, they're not going to roll the names. Yo, he was a part of the Trey Nines, and this was the... They don't do that. Like, they just say, nigga dead and keep it pushing.
Yeah.
So, it's not highlighted that way. And this isn't always highlighted. We don't pay more attention to these things. These things happen more off camera than on camera.
Yeah.
Right.
We only are heightened once we've seen the on-camera footage.
And 100% of the time, these things are brought to us.
Exactly.
You know, it's hard to deny something when it's everywhere.
Damn, especially when you ain't got shit to do, but be on social media.
Yeah.
Like,
honestly, it's never like niggas don't even get mad. Like when people bring up that black on black crime stat, it's just that like, I know if Joel shoots Walt, like. Wow. Joel going to jail, son. Like, so I don't gotta worry. Like, I'm gonna be mad for like 2 seconds, be like, "Damn, that shit fucked up." But I know they gonna lock that nigga up. Like, Officer Foot on the neck, he just lost his job. He probably gonna skate for real. Keep it a buck.
Yeah.
No. I mean, the 4 of them have been fired already.
They got fired, but they going to jail. Like they could go to another county and just pick up right back where they left off. Like
Facts,
I
man.
mean, look, I mean, how quickly they were fired. Let's just hope that they're thrown in jail.
The mayor had a good response to the situation,
Yeah.
or at least a good speech.
Yeah.
No, but like I said, politician's job is to give a good speech.
That's true.
Gotta hit them notes, bro.
We
Say
could
them
all
things
use
people
a
want to hear you say them.
Good speech every now and then, a rousing, inspirational speech.
Exactly. That's what you need, man. And I know that's what you watch when you watch with politicians, because you always wait for them to say the thing you want to hear. So that's how I know a speech is what you want from them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, especially in times like this, you just want, even Trump sent his tweets out. Now, niggas, that shit's falling on deaf ears because we know he ain't shit. But so far, Joe Biden's only done as much as well. He only sent the tweet out. So, like, I want to see Joe get on.
Obama is still president.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Joe needed to get on IG Live just looking distraught. I just seen the video sound lock these motherfuckers up. If you're gonna get cavalier, you're gonna get coy with us and get comfortable. Get comfortable right now, Joe.
Right.
Tell us how you really feel. Break it down. Don't keep it political. Don't say FBI investigate. We all seen the footage.
No, just.
Won't you be cavalier right now? Won't you be off the cuff?
Right.
Yeah, say something we don't expect right now, Joe.
The cuff.
But nah, Joe got the script in his hand like a motherfucker right now.
No.
I am praying for the family.
Off the cuff again.
I want him to go off script. Let us know how you really feel.
No, because when that nigga went off script, he's like, if you ain't black, you ain't bone from. That was
if he goes off script and he's asking for justice for this black man, he might say some shit like, yo, these racist motherfuckers need to get arrested. That's what the mayor said.
Hey.
The mayor said when he saw, I didn't think he was going to say this. He said when he saw a white police officer keep his foot on the neck of a black man, he used those exact words. He said black man, not minority. He called the officer white, not police officer. He said white officer. That's what he said.
It is.
It is. Okay, Joe. This is when you shoot from the hip, Joe. Keep it real, Joe. You keep it real, Joe, ain't you, nigga? You know what his other tweet was though?
What?
So this I knew he ain't shit. This is other tweet. I wish we had a president in office that could take care and handle the situations I see across the country right now. I'm like, bro, you taking shots at Trump, nigga?
You taking shots at yourself. Like, you supposed to be like, I would be the...
That's what I'm saying. He's at this point, we're just voting for an alternative, not a solution. Like, it's an alternative
for Splendor.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly, bro. Right now, we're picking between Advil and Aleve, nigga.
Still don't have a headache, though.
What we really need is a CT.
Yeah, well, we really 100%.
We need a scan,
bro. We need a full checkup. We need an MRI, CAT scan, all that shit. Right now, we voting for Advil or Advil or Aleve, nigga. Leave, you Advil or Aleve. Motherfuckers, I got a tumor, dog. This shit burning. I'm bleeding out right now. It's like Advil or Aleve, nigga. What you want? And I'm like, can I get it cut out? Can we get an X-ray? Can I get treatments? Can I get three different opinions from three different specialists?
One that's going to take way too long. All right. If you take both of them, you probably gonna feel twice as good.
Exactly, son.
Hey, and you taking the leave before, right? Just take that.
You had 4. Hey, look, they say you're supposed to rotate every 4 hours. We have 4 hours. 4 years of the Aleve. I mean, Advil, because Advils are orange when you look at them in the pill.
Right.
So we had the 4 years of the Advil. Now we next 4 hours. Now we go with the Aleve.
All right. See, we thought we was getting the
old white man number 1, old white man number 2.
We ain't getting the liquid gels. Nah. We getting them powdery shits.
Exactly, man. 100%, bro. You know, at least Obama was like CBD oil. You know, it was medicinal and it was helping on some level. It wasn't the full doctor's visit we needed and checkup, but it was at least CBD oil. It was taking the inflammation away a little bit, dog.
Bernie would have been.
Our joints moved a little better with the CBD oil. Our joints felt a little better. We slept a little better with the CBD oil.
We slept like shit when Obama.
Hey, we heard facts, man. We heard our car getting robbed, but we like, we'll deal with it in the morning.
Yeah, exactly, man. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, bro. But now, man, like all you got is the Advil, nigga. Pop 1, pop 2. and then get to leave. Get to leave in your medicine cabinet January 21st next year, baby. Yeah, man. Shit, dog.
Man. That's a skip right there. We need to write that shit down.
Yeah. 100%. 100%, man. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Instead of the two devils, it's Advil and Aleve.
Yeah. And I just have Germany pull up. I think you need to go to the hospital, nigga.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Bro,
Germany,
I saw a picture of Frankfurt, Germany. There was Muslims in an IKEA parking lot, and they were praying. Because Eid Mubarak, the end of Ramadan. Mm-hmm. And they were praying, and I was like, yo, man, this is beautiful to see. And then I thought about if that was IKEA up the street, nigga.
God.
Oh, my God. Because that's what it looks like. They pray outside in them deeply Muslim countries.
Yeah, based in West or some shit like that.
Based in the East.
Oh,
so it's like
Mecca.
Mecca. Yeah, I think it's going to East if they here. But I think in Germany, it probably would be the West. Yes. But but it's just tripping me out, man. Like I said, it's like, I don't know. I was just thinking about it, man. America won't be everything, but man, the amount of white people who get scared of seeing that picture.
Man, and it's like,
yo, you see that meme? Somebody shared this meme like when Trump was running for president, and it was literally just a bunch of like bus seats, but like to racist people, they're like, oh, look at all these Muslims on this bus, but it was literally just bus seats, bro. I gotta find that meme. That's how racist we are, dog.
Bag show.
Ain't nobody on this bus.
Right.
Because the Muslims taking over. They praying in front of our kid. Next thing you know, Sharia law. Sharia law is taking over.
There you go, find it.
I'd much rather keep the racist law instead of the Sharia law.
Hey, yo, I love racist people sometimes because it's like, yo, like you realize,
it's like you know what you're getting.
Like, this is so nonsensical.
Just like,
yeah, that's what I say. I prefer the overt ones. I don't like them covert motherfuckers.
No, the covert ones are deadly.
They're deadly.
That's what do you call this? Amy Cooper.
What's that poison you can't taste when you drink it?
I don't know. Cyanide.
I think that may be. It's like tasteless, but you drink that shit, you gone. Look at this.
I found that meme.
I don't know. That's not it.
Let me go hit the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. And we back.
And we back.
But I had to go get something. He had surgery the other day.
Damn.
You said, wait, what?
Yeah, his gallbladder taken out.
Oh, damn. How's he doing?
He's good. It was microscopic, but it's still painful as shit.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah. He has me getting my ice pack.
So are we gonna talk about the other side of social media that happened this week?
What happened?
With Azalea Banks?
Oh God, I forgot all about
Did
this.
she say she slept with Dave Chappelle?
Yeah, allegedly.
With Dave wouldn't hit that.
What did he though? Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. If you Dave Chappelle, you're like, look, I'm fucking Dave Chappelle.
I'm not saying Dave Chappelle don't cheat on his wife. But I just can't fathom that he doesn't. I can't fathom that she doesn't know he does. Like, he definitely does. Like, that man is living the freest life in the world. His wife is cool with everything.
Yeah. She probably get hers on the side too.
Probably. Yeah. You don't never know how I go for rich people.
Exactly.
But nah, he ain't hit.
Nah, bro. The worst part is
he knows because, bro, if there's one person you fuck that you know at some point Twitter gonna find out, is Azalea Banks, bro.
Right.
Like, that's not even that's you literally saying, yo, I want people to know I fuck with you one day. Let's go upstairs. That's how he had to end the conversation. Dave ain't dumb. He has to know. I know she gonna be the person. But he ain't on social media, so he don't care what she say on here. So he might have it. You might be right, Walt. Now that I think about it, he might have.
The craziest thing to me is like, there's two crazy things about this to me. One, I'm just like, Dave Chappelle and Azalea? That right there is just crazy.
Dave's in shape now.
No, I get that, but I'm like, yo, she one of them joints that ain't got shit to lose. And
she look like, I be forgetting.
Cannot mess with a joint that ain't got nothing to lose.
No, but past that, it's like, this doesn't really have a downside because if he
Yeah.
did, it's like
But the
Dave
thing is,
Chappelle slept with Azalea Banks.
Azalea
But
has
also
pure.
it's like, hey, sleeping with Azalea Banks. Like
Azalea Banks has pure. She has pure crazy black girl magic.
oh, she
Right.
does.
She's.
She got
I don't mind calling her crazy.
She's my one.
I don't mind
magic
calling her
dress.
angry black woman. Like I'm giving her every moniker ever,
Yes,
and I'm
yes.
cool with it. I'm not gonna get mad if a white person call her angry either.
No,
Like I'm just saying,
she's earned it.
yes,
She has earned it.
she worked hard, bro.
She put them hours in. She put them tweets in. But the other crazy part is like, yeah, Chappelle don't have social media, so I'm like,
oh, no,
regardless, he can't like defend himself. He can't
this
deny
got to
it.
him. This definitely got to him. And you know what? If he wanted to, Dave Chappelle would create a Twitter with a like and just have his icon as no. That'd be enough.
His only tweet gonna be, "It wasn't me."
It wasn't me.
And she said Elon Musk was gonna ask it. Oh, she said this 2 years ago. Like I said, man, she just be saying shit, bro.
She wild, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? I believe Elon Musk will be on acid.
Yeah.
I
He
believe
probably microdoses.
Exactly.
I have no trouble believing that at all. He probably needs to
start experimenting with that shit.
If your brain goes a certain speed, I would have no trouble believing you take some shit to slow it down. Some people take drugs so they shit speeds up. Some people take drugs so they shit slows down.
Speaking of Elon, SpaceX was slated to have a launch today with NASA.
Are we done with Azalea Banks already? Like,
I mean,
bro, do we even need to like?
Yeah, I don't know, cause okay, we can go space. We can go to space.
Sorry.
I can go either way, man. We can
I thought we kind of wrapping up Azalea. My bad.
Now, did you know about this before today?
What?
Oh, the
SpaceX launch.
No, I did not.
Me neither.
Yeah, and I was
And that shit freaks me out.
I was like,
because we talked about this last week. I was like, what's this nigga going?
Exactly, and that's why I posted it because I'm just like, yo, this is what.
Like literally today, I'm in their room and they're like, and these astronauts are getting ready to take. Oh, like, when the fuck did they start this shit? I'm like, they've been working on sending niggas into space during the pandemic.
During the pandemic,
and so I'm just like,
yo, NASA don't stop.
I'm okay. So at that point, I'm like, where do y'all have to be, bro?
Right.
I mean, I heard them talking about going to the moon. I heard them talking about it recently, like a couple months before.
At this point, I'm starting to question how dope is the space station?
Hey,
because we just think it's like this little tiny box with astronauts in it. No, it might be
no.
That motherfucker.
No,
we don't even know it, dog.
That shit is nice. I mean, they got a couple. They got a couple astronauts up there. I want to say they got like 6 or 7 up there. But
whatever. Every time we see one of those SpaceX rockets, that's just niggas coming back from vacation on the space station.
Nigga, that's
like I'm talking golf courses up that motherfucker.
They already trying to put rules on the moon.
Oh, like, Lord. It's that time.
That's the kind of time we on right now. Look, the future about to be Trigun real quick.
I believe all that, man. That shit's all coming through.
Yeah, but the U.S. military, I think, is
Trigun was on a foreign planet.
It was, but I mean that's the trajectory, man. Earth. Hey,
I thought you might say
well, the Cowboy Bebop.
Nah, because they were on Mars. But close. Cowboy Bebop's up there. But I thought you would go with Outlaw Star.
Oh, that was my shit too.
That's why I thought you would go with it. You told me it's just shit.
True. Now our future is like too sad to get Outlaw Star now. Like,
I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm excited, like, overall, but like, we're not gonna get the dope, like, futuristic. Like, we're not gonna get a spaceship that can have arms and wrestle in space. We're not getting that future.
No,
nah,
because
we're not getting that future.
To be clear, it'll be here. We just won't have access to it. We'll be the classes will be too segregated. But that's what I don't want, man. If we're gonna have a utopia one day, let's make sure everybody can get there, man.
Yeah, true.
You know, and let's have a little Africa.
Yes.
In the middle of what state y'all want to move to, yeah? Like government says, boom, we gonna give you this. Y'all each get a house built in your name if you're over 18 away.
Honestly, I think we should take over Georgia.
Well, that's where you lose me, nigga. Like,
what? Oh, I'm confused. What are we talking about?
if reparations is we get a state
Mm-hmm.
and a house built in that state,
Mm-hmm.
right, and a business license to operate in that state,
Oh wait,
automatically.
Now we change
No.
shit.
I'm just adding everything.
Okay.
I said because once I put reparations on it, I was like, okay, now we gotta get a lot because we owed a lot, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's why I'm adding shit now.
Yeah.
Okay, we can go back to hypothetical of just the house though. You get the house, you own it if you're over 18, you get an automatic house built for you,
Mm-hmm.
and they give us a state. What state y'all want?
You mean like as a people or just like me?
As a people, collectively.
Yeah, see,
And they give us a whole fucking state.
And I think, and it was
cool.
honestly, it's between Atlanta and New York. That's where I'm
New
seeing,
York. That shit.
I don't want
used,
and that's why I said Atlanta. That's why I said
so dirty.
That's why I said I think we should take over Georgia because
Cool,
you say
okay.
the state, all right, but the Wakanda would be Atlanta.
Facts. Tyler Perry Studios already in there.
Tyler Perry
man.
Studios in there too. That could be a second capital, whatever, or a second major city.
Yeah.
All
But
the
still, it's like,
rappers
but
down there,
we would
like-
take over Georgia. One, and then that's one for the culture. Then two, the climate. All right, Georgia don't get but too cold, and we know the heat that Georgia can produce.
See, but it's a humid heat, nigga. It's not Africa. It ain't a dry one.
No, it's not.
Oh, you
But-
been to Georgia, feel like the devil on your back, nigga.
Hey,
devil on your back with Google Maps. Say where we going today, nigga? I can't. I went down there one summer, nigga. We used to, man, when that sun is in the air with that heat, nigga. Woo!
Hey, but everybody knows that kind of heat. Everybody knows.
Nah.
Like everybody
I
knows.
agree economic wise because every major highway in America goes through Atlanta.
Hey, there you go.
So-
We have the largest airport in the world, Atlanta.
Mm.
Yes, busiest.
Economics wise, it's already halfway there. You just
Exactly.
gotta get all them white people like out of Brunswick and shit, where Ahmad
Hey.
died.
Hey, bro, look,
And that's what we have. All
And-
white people got to move out. They
And
gotta
on top,
go.
And on top of that, just think about the history of there. Like
Yeah.
how many people would come home, and then there would be a sense of peace on the land. Like
You know what? I'm not gonna lie though. I'm kind of tempted to pick a state with no swag.
Louisiana.
Nah, that's
they
too
got
broke,
swag,
and that's too broken below water levels.
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
want
no.
anything that's
New Orleans got swag.
I don't want anything that's in risk, but I don't want anything that's in risk of being taken out by Mother Nature to a high degree. And I know Tornado Alley is in the
Dakota?
Midwest. And to me, it's got to be a state where we don't got to worry about intense or severe weather, even though it's kind of hard to gauge that now because of global warming. But
Oregon.
I don't know. I think it's got to be like we said, bro. Let's get Montana. I'm serious. Like, let's just pick a state
Or
with no
Wyoming.
drip. Because as soon as we go, it's going to get all the drip.
Oh, of course.
But then we're gonna have to rebuild it though. That's
No,
why
no, no.
I'm kind of cool with Georgia because
Let's take,
look,
matter of fact, fuck it.
bro,
Let's take Oklahoma. Since
Bro,
what they
look.
did to Tulsa.
if
Hey,
I mean that has a significant.
And that's where John Brown,
but-
that would be
massacred
cool.
people too.
But for real, I'm kind of cool with Walt's idea because look,
in Arkansas.
if we made it through 400 years of some slavery, we could at least figure out how to build like a giant ass fan to keep it cool in the summertime. Get the
You
devil
talking about
off our
Georgia?
back. Yeah.
Okay, so y'all both picking Georgia, and
I'm cool with Georgia.
y'all get Georgia. I want Oklahoma.
Oklahoma is a very good idea as well.
Where-
I want Oklahoma. It's a little higher up.
Mhm.
Yeah, man.
Honestly,
None of us said the state we live in. Ain't that some shit?
Hey,
Nah,
I was
forget
just about to say that. I was just
Nobody
about to
picked
say-
Virginia yet. Nobody was like,
was
let me get
just-
this bitch.
Honestly, Virginia wouldn't be a bad state either. Because of that's a power move though. It's like your capital. We've taken it over, and you will no longer have it.
Yeah.
This is where the first slaves touched down too. So I mean,
Hey,
there's
that is true.
Facts. It has historical context. You're not lying, Lou. You're not lying.
It has
Close to the
all the
capital.
seasons.
Most slaves arrived in
all the
South Carolina, though.
Eh,
The most
And-
slaves arrived in South Carolina, though.
I believe it.
Mm.
I believe it. And we close to the capital, which is just, I mean,
Yeah,
just
with
good for
this-
us as a people. But
Yeah,
That's true. And DC is right there, so we go yell at some
Exactly.
niggas if some shit going wrong.
absolutely.
but I'm just
And they
tired.
can't bomb us because DC right there. That's another thing I'm worried about. These niggas just bombing that shit once we all get together.
Yeah, that is
Yes.
true.
I think, and then being like, it was an accident.
Yeah.
That's how they gonna tell the world it was an accident. So somebody was playing with the nuclear weapon. Somebody was playing with the button.
Yeah, y'all can have Virginia, man. I think Georgia's the best bet.
Okay, so y'all for Georgia. I'll take Oklahoma. I'm taking Oklahoma.
Oh,
I want something.
Oklahoma wouldn't be bad either, man.
I want to pick something we realistically gonna give niggas.
But honestly, you know what? It's the poorest state. We might as well just go to Mississippi.
Fuck that shit.
Hey,
Right, I'm not going.
Fuck that
you
shit.
said a state with no swag.
I suggest we
I'm
make.
not going.
I suggest we make Mississippi white only. If I'm keeping it a buck, nigga, only white people can live in Mississippi, bro. Let's keep it a stat, yeah. I ain't saying only white. I'm not saying they can only live in Mississippi, but white people should be the only ones in Mississippi.
Actually, that's actually a really, really good idea. Alabama and Mississippi are white only states.
Yeah.
Give us Georgia.
Yeah.
They can have.
Okay. You
Give
know
us
what's crazy though?
Georgia.
If we split it up this way, right?
Mhm.
Whatever state that's only white people living in, they have nobody to blame but themselves.
Facts.
We can't take a job from you. We can't live there. Jose can't take your job. Juan can't take your job.
Jamal can't take your job.
Mr. Shin can't take your job. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it a stack. When there's number of white people around, white people ain't gonna have nobody to blame for nothing. Somebody gonna be jogging. It's just somebody jogging, nigga.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want that freedom of that. Because let's be clear, if I go to Africa, I'm escaping something leaving America. I'm not escaping black crime because Africans have no choice but
Hey,
to.
yo, facts, yeah. Like if niggas robbing you, he's
Exactly.
robbing you.
They gonna all be black. So this is, what I'm escaping is y'all saying that word to me. Like I'm escaping all the other shit if I go to Africa.
Yeah.
I just want to get a vacation over there, man. I just want to feel it for a week, bro. I know y'all had it.
It's all right.
It is, but it's
Fuck
also,
you, Lou.
It's all right.
It's all right. It's all right. It's something slight, something little slight, light.
Cool or whatever.
I don't know how much I need it right now.
Nah, legit, I am looking forward to going back in the summer because it's just been a while. You know, I got family to see. I got places to
You gonna come back on a whole nother mental wave.
Ooh.
Ain't you about to turn 25 over there?
Nigga, I'm gonna be 27 in like 2 weeks.
Oh damn!
Wow.
Yeah, this dude Joe always forgets how old
For real, dog.
he be.
That was
It's
like,
been 7 years.
that-
He's like,
baby.
you like 18?
Nigga, my bad. I forgot I'm 30. Nigga. That's a real problem. I forget how old my fat ass is, nigga. But now, like I said, I think, man, because you be 20, you gonna turn 27 while you over there, right?
Yeah, I'm already be 27. By the
Okay.
time-
By
By the time you go. Gotcha.
But it's just gonna be great because like, you know, I'm gonna have my cousin show me around. My uncle's gonna be there. I'm just going to have fun and party.
When are you
For real,
leaving?
for real. I don't know, but the plan is for December. Like, I already got ticket money saved up. I'm putting money aside for like festivities and the fun shit, food and all that stuff. My my cousin got a whip down there. Like, we just about to just live it up for a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
I feel that. That sounds like it's gonna be dope, man. Yeah, I gotta go, bro. I gotta go, man.
Hey, man, take that stimulus check. You come with me.
We all gotta go, son.
Shit. That stimulus check been gone, nigga.
Joe was there for like 3 days.
And I got a surprise for y'all niggas. It ain't stimulate shit.
You know what? You know what's the funny thing?
That joint ain't
economists-
stimulate shit. I ain't even get my dick ain't even get hard, nigga. That shit ain't stimulate. I try to tell you, son. That doesn't stimulate a motherfucking thing, nigga. It ain't stimulate a damn.
These economists had the audacity to say that they thought it was going to stimulate auto sales.
How?
Houseway. Make it make sense.
I'm confused.
They were legitimately shocked.
But you know what that says? They think Americans are dumb. That's what that says. They think niggas gonna take 1,200 and think they got 12,000.
Now that's a stimulus.
Yeah, exactly.
I just got a little wood down there thinking about it.
Oh yeah, think about it. They hit all of us because that's what Andrew Yang wanted to
if they
do.
give-
12,000 a year. That's what Yang wanted to do. 12,000 a year. Think about how much your life could change, bro.
12K right now.
Shine.
Africa's instant, yes.
Son. That's one
I'm
of
leaving
my
right
bills
now.
gone.
Facts. I would think you said how you would see number niggas at the airport as soon as the Floyd video dropped. Yeah, niggas was like, damn, let me go ahead and start working on these intercontinental connections. Because don't be real, if we have a little Africa, it has to be backed by Africa.
Oh, of course.
Oh, and it's gonna be.
And I want every section or every country within Africa to have a representation in Little Africa.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Nah, I want that shit.
Nigga said nah.
Nigga have Northern Africa stay out.
Look, I want to see. I want to see parts of it. Like, I mean, like the heritage, because everything is different. Every culture is different.
Yeah.
I want to see every tribal representation. I want to see it in some capacity, whether it be the owners of the places or, you know what I'm saying? I just want to see that shit. I want it to be Africa, the real Africa. Because people act like Africa can't be America because it has just as many like different. We call them states over here, but really, let's be realistic. This bitch got 50 different. There's 50 different countries, young.
Right.
We living in 50 different countries over this joint. Let's keep it 100%. We trying to get 50 countries on the same page to support one nigga as president.
Right.
That's what we trying to do. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, even that shit don't even work over here. It barely work here.
Exactly. That's why that's what could technically Gaddafi was trying to unite Africa under a currency. So we see what happened to that nigga.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he was a saint, but I can't say anybody in America is either. So at this point,
I just thought about it. I'm like, yeah, like this is really like 50 different countries, but then we got one president. But over there, it's like, I forget, I don't know how many countries are in Africa off the top of my head. Each one of them got like a different president.
Yeah, 100%. That'd be dope if you united, the United Regions of Africa, some shit like that. We call it the URA, United Regions of Africa.
Oh, yeah, that's 54. Wow, that's 54 countries in Africa.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to really,
that's only 4 more states. We can do this.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I'm saying. I really want to see that shit. I really want to see that joint on some real talk, like United Africa, United Regions of Africa. Because what did it? Because they call them countries. So UCA, United Countries of Africa.
Or we just keep it USA, just swagger jack them, like United States of Africa.
That's what we should do. We should steal some shit from them on the way out the door. We should just take some shit from them niggas. We're gonna be the real USA. Cause you know, first of all, everybody be like, I'm going to the USA. They be like, you going to America? It's like, nah, I ain't going to fuck that. I'm going to Africa, nigga. Yeah, it's like, fucking go to America. Ain't no drip over that shit, nigga. Everybody there is Doja Cat.
Hey, I forgot all about it. We got a lot to talk about.
Oh, you know what Doja Cat reminds me of? And Candace Owens too. I really thought about this the other day. There had to be niggas in the field that dreamt about being in the house, but didn't dream about being free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To them, the house was better.
Yeah.
And I just think of niggas like that in that way. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, and then there's a nigga in the house who thought he didn't need nothing else because he in the house. And I was just like, yo, that's genuinely what Doja Cat. I'm not saying she's that bad, but that when I see self-hatred, I've never had that. If I'm being honest, like sincere, I've never like reviled any aspect of blackness, like because I've always on some level understood that stereotypes were bullshit right away. I had Asian niggas in my class who sucked at math. You know what I'm saying? I had white kids who didn't listen to nobody. So who did what they wanted to do every fucking class. And so I can't have the notion that they're well behaved. You know what I mean? Like I just saw through all that shit early on. And a part of me felt like stereotypes came from like movies.
Yeah.
That's what I always felt. I always felt like there were these people were depicted a certain way in films. That's why when I got to high school, it didn't compute that everybody wasn't really in a group. Like the jocks really wasn't all with the jocks. Now in high school, you see the football players show with football players, But it wasn't like we didn't walk through the hallways and nobody didn't come up to you and be like, yo, welcome to your first freshman year. Stay away from those are the jocks. They date those girls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't have that. Like,
yeah.
There was nothing, even if someone did break down the school's dichotomy to us, they couldn't classify it so simply. They couldn't say that those people only talk to those people only party with those people, unless it was individuals.
Yeah.
You know, those two girls are friends, those two boys hang out, those are two homies, but it was never like that cliquish.
Yeah.
You know? Or at least what movies showed me. Like,
I think that's a
glad it wasn't like that.
That was just I think a major theme in the 80s, but 90s went that. And so by the time we were coming up, it was already a cycle out, you know? So we were.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. We didn't even have like, you know, those hyper clicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. And to me, but not that it didn't cycle out of our TV though.
Yeah, those are just
it didn't. Yeah.
No. So like I still was influenced by The Breakfast Club. Like the real movie.
Yeah. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I wanted my life to be like. The nerds hanging with the jocks. Like,
don't you. In real life, if you had Saturday suspension, y'all was all niggas in there, Dre, who knew each other.
Yo, boy. Yo, I remember being in
it was like never everybody, I've never been here before. Like, every nigga was there before.
One of my best friends in high school, I met in detention. Like, ain't that funny?
I completely understand. I met some of the craziest niggas. I had ISSS one day, and it really just because I was sick. They just wanted me to stay in one part of the school all day instead of switching classes and shit, because that's how sick I was.
Yeah. And
so they put me in and said, we'll just do ISSS with it. We'll stay in one room and do all this schoolwork. And I was in this, I was like, oh my God, there's some niggas in this joint, young.
Right.
And there was this one dude who whipped his dick out in class, young.
Stop.
And look, he did it. He was like this. We were in class. This wasn't even detention. But that nigga was in the detention. I mean, he was in the ISS that day. So one day, I'm in class, and this is why that nigga knew me, right? So one day, I had this nigga in class. We was a 7th grade English nigga. At Bevel Middle School. This nigga was in the class.
Oh, that's why.
And I'm sitting at the desk just taking my notes, listening to the teacher. Oh, she talking. And this nigga just looks at me. I was like, what you want, nigga? He's like, whips it out and shit. I'm just like, what the fuck? I look around like, did anybody see this nigga just whip his dick out yet?
Yo.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? And he was just like, I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga? But yeah, man. Hey, yo, niggas was wild. You need the craziest niggas in ISSS. Now I feel like every nigga has a story where some nigga did some extra during the course of school where you was just like, why'd you do that, bro? Like, you know the nigga who would pull his pants all the way down to piss at the urinal? You know what I'm saying? It's just always a nigga that's just extra.
Yeah. Yo, I remember I had like ISSS with this one drag football player, son. Spanish 1 class. I swear this was a freshman class, right? But Brown Man was like at least 17.
I had a 20-year-old nigga in high school, nigga. That nigga Isaiah, yeah.
Yo, he made the teacher
cry. He got a baby boss and everything, yeah?
God damn.
He made the teacher cry?
Yo, he made the teacher cry. I forget what happened because he ain't want to stay quiet for. I think back then we used to have like moment of silence during the Pledge of Allegiance, all that type of shit. And the teacher was like, I'm gonna just call him Jamal. It's like, Jamal, can you please remain silent for the moment of silence? And he just kirked on her, bro. He was talking to Shorty behind him like, stop. And the teacher said something, and she was like, I mean, you know, I don't gotta listen to you, bitch. And he just started going ham on her. Yeah. She just broke down crying, bro. Mrs. Chapman, 9th grade Spanish 1. I'll never forget it.
Yo, I got one. Yo, we was in 5th grade English. And it was Miss G. Miss Gosney. I said that Miss Day. Anyway, it was Miss Gosney, right? And Miss Gosney was this white girl. Her husband was like in the Air Force and shit. She had an old fat joint, right? So this nigga Abu, I don't know if y'all remember Abu from Hilton.
Was he that black
dude? Nah, he was like a skinnier black dude. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't him. I was getting confused because he was always wild in class. But a couple niggas was wild in class, right? And teacher was like, she was on him or whatever. And I was with my cousin. I had my cousin in class with me, my cousin BJ. We was sitting in the shop. I was like, oh, man, niggas was wild because we was preparing for midterms, right? So you do those like study session classes where you're not really taking notes, you're just kind of reviewing shit.
Yeah.
And he was just being belligerent. He was just being loud as shit, right? And she kept trying to get him to quiet down. He's like, oh man, she's just mad because her panties in a bunch, right? And she lost it. Kick this nigga out of class, right? He gone. He wild. He's like, oh man, fuck. So it's this whole exchange, and he leaves. She's just upset and just like really mad, right? And my cousin taps me. I'm like, yo, what's going on? And he looks at me. He points towards her booty, and she had on panties with tight pants, and you can see that one of her panties was actually wedgied, so her panties was really in a bunch.
Wow.
And I was like, that's why she got so mad. Because usually she's like, that nigga say dumb shit all class. But
so he hit the nail right on the head.
Like, and that's such a like an innocuous like saying like,
yeah,
got her panties in a bunch, like,
yeah, facts. But she really had some twice in a bunch. And we was rolling. Oh man, yeah, she was a big booty white joint. Her and Miss Brummage, young, from Hilton.
Man,
Nah, I wish I
remember her. What?
I don't remember high school. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh, 4 years was a blur.
Yeah.
I was only there for like 9 weeks every year. Then I would go homebound. So I remember everything pretty much because only 9 weeks to remember, nigga.
True.
I'd be on homebound for the rest of my, like every school year I start like 9 weeks and I would go homebound for the rest of the year.
Damn.
I think the craziest thing I saw in high school was there was a fight between this like black kid and this Spanish kid. Like little black kid, big Spanish kid. I don't know what started the fight, but I was with my homie Drew. We talk about this joint all the time. And like we just seen the little black kid pick up the lunch tray and bust it over the Spanish dude's head. And it split in like at least 4 different pieces, bro. I remember. So, and the Spanish dude's head was bleeding and he was like, and he turned around and started mollywopping this dude, son, like dragging him across the lunchroom. Yo,
I love school fights, man.
I love school fights. Long as
I think I was I don't know what class it was. I want to say world history. I think it was 8th grade. And young, we was sitting in. I know we was in bad. We was sitting in class, right? I'm just doing my thing, just chilling. And you know how they had those science lab tables, right? In some classes.
Yeah. Them long
so joints. I look over, yo. This one dude just stands up, swole up, turns around to the nigga in the seat behind him. The fuck you gonna do? And the niggas stand up, man. And them niggas just start exchanging blows over the desk, young. And I was like, oh shit. There you go, this little white teacher trying to bring it. I was like, don't get your ass in the middle of this shit. And I was like, oh, these niggas is wrecking.
He gonna die.
And yo, I remember one year at Hilton. I think it was my freshman year. There have been like 4 fights throughout the week. It was all girls wrecking.
Damn.
The number of girls wrecking, bro. I seen 2 of them already. And so me and my sister was leaving one day. And there had already been a fight earlier at lunch. So we was leaving and she drove at the time. So we was walking throughout the cafeteria to go to the parking lot. And I was talking to her. I was like, yo, man, this has been crazy this week, man. Fight after fight. And as soon as I said that, this one girl was like, that bitch over there? And she went over that joint and they started wrecking. I was like, oh, shit, son. Hey, bro, I never forget that joint, dog. Hilton was crazy that week. Nigga, it was wreck after wreck after wreck. All girls, dog.
Yo, that's funny.
That's how you know we came from Bevel. Bevel was known for girl fights, bro.
Bro.
Yeah, man.
The only fight that
girl fights,
I remember, I broke up a fight, and it was in the morning. I remember my cousin came to me. It was just like, yo, like, I need you to roll with me real quick. You about to go step up on this dude. And I was like, oh, word, all right. That's what's up.
That Winston?
Yeah.
I know it.
So we walk in, right, and we grab one of my other cousins too, you know. So like we got like a little crew. Like we
you got your whole family in school, huh? Well,
yeah,
man.
There were a couple of us, you know, and and so like we step up to this dude, you know, and you know, my cousin Winston was like, you know, he was like, yo, there go the dude right there, and I see the dude, and it's a nigga that I fought before. Like I fought him the year before, and we ended up being cool. Like after we fought, and I was like, oh shit, wait, no, that's my man's over there. And so I go up and I just like go and dap the dude up, and he's like, "How you doing, Walt? Wait, what's my fucker doing right here?" And I was just like, "Whoa!" I was like, "Yo, that's my cousin." It's like we literally like talk everybody down. But by that time,
Yeah.
like there was like a massive crowd, and then the administrators like, everybody's getting suspended.
You know what's funny? Like,
Man, it was bad, but it was just like, hey, wait, hold on, like we can actually like talk this out, like.
I hate when they be handing out them universal punishments. I'm like, nigga, everybody don't deserve 2 weeks, nigga.
No,
None of these niggas started this shit.
Terrible.
Right.
Like, in fact, you know, it didn't even get started at this point. You know, like,
yeah.
We
should make it amended for squashing the drink.
Right, you know, but
I know Walt's cousins too. Like, I went to school with them. And them
now they wild. they so wild niggas.
Yeah, man. What's in a wild dude?
Oh man, I ain't know. So those are crazy ass niggas you went to high school.
Like
with,
it was
Yeah,
when I mean like, it was
7:30
in the morning. Like he was just like, nah, it's
we
time
ready
to
to fight at 7:30 in the morning.
A nigga that didn't eat breakfast, right?
Right.
He's sitting in school like, mom ain't cooked shit this morning.
I'm over here trying to drink my apple juice.
I'm fucking up the first nigga that fuck with me.
Right.
Nigga, he felt full after he whipped some ass, right?
Start your day off right, nigga. Start your day off right.
Exactly. I'm gonna whip somebody's ass and get rid of these hunger pains. Make that this nigga's commercial. Steve, you're not yourself. Let's go whip somebody's ass. Now that we put this in ICU, I feel so much better. Oh man, yeah.
I'm gonna have syrup sandwiches for dinner.
I remember Cat Williams had that joke. He's like, "Nigga, you angry at breakfast, nigga?" He's like, "You mean some niggas just angry niggas angry all the time? Are you angry at breakfast, nigga?" Oh man, yeah.
I don't even know how we got on this topic, man.
Me neither. We was talking and it went where it went, yeah.
We was talking about SpaceX and now look at us.
Hey,
yeah, bro.
Niggas is really trying to get off this planet.
Yeah, facts, yo.
They're really trying to get off.
That's what it is, man. Niggas trying to reminisce on the days when they ain't know what America was like.
That's funny, man.
Niggas find out America hate me. I was like, oh shit.
That means I gotta go. Like now.
Facts, man. That's what I'm saying, man. I just want to break. Man.
I'm telling you, somebody should propose, like somebody big should propose the United States just giving Georgia to all black people.
Oh, you mean like Joe Biden?
Already there. Right.
That's my first thing on the Joe Biden agenda.
If Joe Biden give us Georgia.
Yeah, if Joe Biden's like, look, I'll give y'all niggas Georgia. He can even say niggas. I'm not even gonna be mad. I'll give y'all niggas Georgia. If you don't want Georgia, you ain't black. He can say everything, right? If you don't want Georgia, you ain't black. I'd be like, you right, Joe. I'm black as a motherfucker. Let me get Georgia.
Let me pack my bag.
But he got to be like, hey, yo, you niggas want Georgia?
Yeah. Yeah. Joe get to put
what?
2 rules.
You niggas want Georgia?
Exactly, yeah. Joe get to put 2 rules. Yeah. Like I said, I'll take it. The group consensus was Georgia, so I'll take Georgia too. So like I said,
hey.
If Joe Biden give us Georgia, he get to put 2 rules in the black man's handbook.
Nah, he got 1.
Always vote for me, nigga. Like, you know what, Joe?
He get 1. He get 1, and he get to amend 1.
Facts, Shay.
Yeah, he don't get 2 rules. He don't get 2.
Yeah,
rules.
man.
Hey, for real, I think Texas and Georgia got the highest black population in the U.S. So for real, we might as well just go to Georgia.
See, y'all aiming for these states where you know these white men gonna get that shit up easy, yeah. I was like, Oklahoma. We don't really know niggas in Oklahoma. Bunch of farmers.
They're not gonna give that up easy too.
They're not gonna give it up easier, but I feel like it's easier fight. Less guns, maybe.
Nah, because you know what I feel like is a harder fight? Texas. And that has like
Texas is we ain't getting Texas.
Exactly. And I feel like when you pose it like that, it's just like we could be asking for Texas, like, okay. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, we're not asking for Florida either.
Yeah. Oh no, nobody want to Florida. Florida should stay the most diverse ever.
Matter of fact, Florida should just.
Matter of fact, we should send all the dumb niggas to Florida.
They already there.
Dumb and old niggas.
No, that's too close to Georgia. Don't send the dumb old niggas to Florida.
They already, like Lou said, they already there.
They already there, son.
Yeah, man. Like I said, yo, I'm cool with that, man. Separation. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. No, I can get behind that.
Yeah, man. Even if it's just like I can just walk down the street and be chilling.
Two things that everybody can start doing right now. To help with that. Okay. One. Trying to get the knowledge. Just go be right back though.
Oh man, what'd you say though?
Banking. A black
Facts.
Right now.
we can. That is something that everybody can switch to right now. If you have a major bank, you can switch over to Industrial Bank. Their black-owned bank.
I already got One United.
As One United as well. But that's just something that you can start off right now, just switching over to a black bank.
Yeah, I made that transition. I got my money in other banks because I got credit cards with them. But
yeah,
I started that joint. I did that 3-4 years ago.
No, I haven't. Shame on me, I haven't done mine. But
Philando made me do that.
But yeah, that's. But still, more money circulating within a black bank. That's just gonna be.
You know what I'm saying? And I agree, man. It's like I said. It's like we're talking about circulation.
Yes.
And the problem with the ability to build our own society now is black people lost labor skills too because of the go to college thing.
Mm-hmm.
And trade schools would be so beneficial to our community right now if we're talking about building something for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like college doesn't help right now because college literally just prepares you to get a job at a white-owned company.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, they tell you need a degree just so you get a job at a white-owned company.
Yes.
The reason we sought college and higher education was so we could get a job at a white-owned company. Like, I want to know, man, like, we need... Matter of fact, let's pick the state that has the most HBCU schools already. Which might be Georgia.
I think it might be Georgia already.
Yeah. So you might be whitewashed. There's enough rooted there for it.
Yeah.
Asking for it and taking the state isn't crazy.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. You have a couple rednecks with their joints like, you ain't taking my shit.
Mm-hmm.
They take that back right now, son.
But
Alabama. I ain't going to Alabama.
Nah, not at all. Fuck Alabama. But I just think about what they did in South Africa. They was like, yeah, get off the fucking farmland. We taking it back.
Yeah.
Your ancestors stole it. Y'all had it for generations. You ain't flip it yet. You should be off the farm. You should be making mills. We're going to go ahead and get this back to us, yeah? People was like, how could you come and take their land? I was like, motherfucker, how could y'all come and take our land? Rectifying shit, yeah? We rectifying shit.
That remind me of that Dave Chappelle R. Kelly joke. He was like, how you gonna make a video about pissing on somebody? How you gonna make a video about pissing on somebody?
Facts, exactly. You know what I'm saying? 100%, man. Yeah, give us Georgia, man. Dang, dog. What would it be like? Because this is what I know. First of all, let's be realistic. We still gonna all have white people in our lives.
Of course.
We're not racist.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter to us. You know what I'm saying? And I think I'd be very interested to see that dynamic of, who we let get flued in.
Who getting flued out?
Who get flued in from white America? You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, no,
who can come?
Nobody.
Look,
nobody. It's a 5-year embargo.
No.
It's a 5-year embargo.
You said we just need, okay, look, so basically, I'm with you. Okay, I like that idea. So we have a cowboy basically like, look, we're going to get it, and y'all can come in 10 years.
Yeah.
10 years will open up visitation to the state.
Exactly. There you go. But right now,
right now, it's all us.
Just, hey.
Can't come.
Exactly.
It's only 10 years.
We are bringing. You got to bring one white person to get flued into Georgia.
Look, if you got a wife or a spouse, you can bring them. I can't, or a husband, you can bring them.
That's different.
You're married already.
Exactly.
What your kids?
Y'all made a bod to exactly like.
But if you dating now, you got in that shit. If you want to come, yeah.
True.
Because it ain't mandatory to move there.
It's not.
It's optional. And I damn sure taking the option, nigga. I'm an option, nigga. I'm going, dog. I'm going.
I'm
bro.
moving. I'm moving
Facts.
to Georgia. Yeah.
100%. So
I'm moving to Georgia.
Yeah. If they say, yo, man, y'all get this joint, you get a free house and shit. And watch, that's where you really gonna find out who like the Doja Cats and shit. I'm not leaving. I don't want to be this way. We can't be this way. Everyone's inclusive. We should be inclusive. Everyone should be around us.
Every 5 minutes, somebody calls me.
I'm not black. I'm OJ.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm like, bro, it's 10 years.
Hey.
Matter of fact, you can move in at year 10. Just everybody that want to get it going and set it up, we're gonna go there. It's got 10 years of setup time.
There you go.
You can move there. A black person can move there after 10 years. Once you see it coming together.
Exactly. You know, because sometimes you need to see the possibility.
Yeah. We don't need every nigga right away.
Nah. And that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, 100%. I completely agree. I completely agree.
But you know what? Yeah, just give us Georgia. There's plenty of us. You know, like there's been too much bullshit that's gone on.
Yeah.
You know,
the only thing is with this exodus of Georgia, this is where the struggle really will come. Besides them giving up homes, they also have to give up businesses in Georgia, and that's sincere. They have to give up their businesses in Georgia.
That is a fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This isn't easy. Like the logic behind this idea is not easy at all. At all. But at this point,
but the thing is, it's like what stakes need to be asked, because I think that is the problem right now. There is, all right, well, Charlemagne asked, like, all right, well, shouldn't we be coming up with a black agenda? Which rightfully so, he should ask that question. But what do we want?
That's why he always sends Black's Futures Lab. They got a great black agenda.
Wait, what?
Blackfutureslab.com. This is lady. She went to HBCU. She architect and design. That's what I'm saying. When he brings up a black agenda, he actually points to ideas. He takes some of the stuff. He likes some of the stuff in Pete's. He likes some components from Mayor Bloomberg's Douglas plan. I mean, Pleat had the Douglas plan. Mayor Bloomberg had, he called it something else. Joe got to lift every voice. I already don't like how the fuck that sound, Joe. And I don't need white feminism voice lifted higher than what it is right now. I'm getting tired of them. So it's just like, to me, it's one of these parts where I'm like, yeah, it would have to be, there's components out there. There's people who have actually taken time to study these things. This isn't just him. Like when he's bringing these up, he's not just bringing them up. He's also DMing their campaign managers these ideas and these platforms. That's how he got the interview with Joe. He's hounding Simone Sanders and people like her. You know, it's not like he's not being off the hip with it. He's really being diligent in his efforts to make sure that when they ask him a question, he's ready with an answer, an articulate and well thought out, substantive answer. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I've seen him grow in that phase, like from going to, why don't we get a black agenda, to these are how we can build a black agenda. These are the components that look good, to actual wants that we need. Like, yeah, I'm cool with it. I don't want to just put a black vice president there if she's Doja Cat. That's not going to help us. She making songs with the word, what is it? Did nothing? Didn't nothing? Yeah, exactly.
Didn't do.
I don't need Doja Cat there. So, but like I'm saying, I don't know. Like, I want a Nina Turner. I want a hardcore, I know, black woman who's not going to stand for this bullshit, man. Otherwise, what's the point of having her there, man? We don't need a symbol.
Right. I think we had 8 years of that.
We need to put an angry black woman in the room. That's what I'm saying, basically. I'm 100% cool with an angry black woman being in every room in America. We have a better society.
No, I'm with it.
I just don't like being yelled at.
An educated angry black woman. I'll correct that. In every classroom. In every
got traumatized real quick. We just like,
yeah, man. But like I said, man, I'm just with it, bro. Like, I don't know, to the point where I'm just like, cause you know who's probably not racist? The dude who was raised by his West Indian nanny, and he saw her like more than his parents.
Yeah.
So he actually knows. That's why I was looking at when people come for Chet Hanks, Tom Hanks' son.
Yeah.
I just really look at it as like, he probably was raised by some West African nannies. It just was like, yo, man, he probably, I don't know, maybe he had Jamaican nannies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how he got into what he got into. And he made the video just to make a video. Like, I'm not coming for this nigga. Like, yeah, like he ran for mayor in Jamaica or something. He just made a stupid video.
Even so, I think that would like give him more credibility at the.
Let's talk. Matter of fact, onto that point, let's talk about, because we're talking about people misconstrued in social media. Let's talk about Lana Del Rey. Right?
I don't even know what that's about, man.
She made a post about the fact when the 4 black women took the top 2 spots in Billboard. She made a post to basically say that, isn't it great that we celebrate women who are being promiscuous, open with their sexuality, basically just making lyrics about salacious shit, right? Isn't it good that we got, she basically said, isn't it good that we got women up here shaking their asses, talking about shaking their asses? And when I did it, it was a problem. That's what she says. When I did it, it was a problem. I was like, oh, first of all, Lana, you ain't have as much drip on it. So
right, I was like, who are you?
But this is the this is what last week. All right, but
yeah. So she ran into the problem. It's actually an intersectionality problem. She made a white feminist point, but used black women to do it.
So she fucked up.
That's where she fucked up. Like it's a simple mishap. I'm not saying she could. I like what she wrote. That's 100% right. That's why we say to people, I've had girls call me hoteps before, or hotep before, right? Like Juliana did that shit. When I said I like, no, of course not on fucking Facebook. But when I said I like Joe Budden, I made a post about Joe Budden, and she said Joe Budden's trash. She told me the abuse articles and all this shit, and I was like, okay, but he's not in jail and he got a family. I like what he makes, right? And then a couple years later, I posted Joe Budden again for another reason. She's like, Joe Budden's trash. I was like, Juliana, I already talked about this with you. I don't give a fuck about what you're saying. And then she was like, oh, he's just another hotep motherfucker. And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm cool with you calling me that. I'm cool with you having that opinion of me. I like that Lana just said, I don't mind if you think I'm racist. I know I'm not. And rather her getting overly defensive or trying to prove she's not, like, look at these pictures of all these black people. Like, I prefer that she was just like, I know I'm not racist. I know what I was trying to say. I don't need to massage it for y'all. Like, I'm cool with her just letting that rest like that.
But but I could respect it just for like standing by her point and not trying to like further elaborate or like appease anybody. Yeah, I'm cool with that. It is what
she did though. That's the
she did. Yeah, well,
she doubled down after it.
That's what I'm saying. She went for it. This was the final piece that she had to say on it.
Yeah,
I understand. She went for a while into those, like, for instance, Talitha earlier today, the girl posted about the black on black crime. She responds. I was like, "Oh, you going down that rabbit hole right now?" Right. I was like, "I don't even know why you jumping in there." Lana was jumping in there for a while.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, like, you have to be fine with people perceiving you how they perceive you if your intentions were pure. Like, if you didn't really mean that in that regard or that way.
Yeah.
And if you're not going to take reconciliation to the point that someone may be pointing out implicit bias you have that you don't know about, if you're not willing to, like, if that's not the conversation you want to have, if it was really just about, I like to see women show their asses and shit, and when I was doing it, y'all was mad at me. If that's really what her argument was, then I'm cool with that. Like, I'm fine with that. I don't have a problem believing that Lana Del Rey doesn't know it all when it comes to intersectionality.
Oh, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know her thoughts are not that nuanced on race. I have no trouble believing that she really didn't see any problem with what she did. And I don't think it was a big enough statement that she made for me to be like, man, why is she coming for black women like this? And I was just like, nah, I think she was just coming for the fact. Because I'm like, first of all, I didn't understand what she said in regards to, because are we going to forget about Madonna? Like, America didn't embrace a whole white woman out here doing whatever the fuck she wanted. Dennis Rodman dated this chick, yeah?
Still doing whatever she want.
Facts. They ain't 20-year-olds and shit.
The thing is, this whole thing was some label shit. Like, at the end of the day.
I agree. Yeah.
Because you're going to bring up FKA Twigs and it's like, yo, when I was pole dancing, y'all said it wasn't all right. But when she was pole dancing, but like...
FK be on that pole. But then we got to get into the other conversation about Alana. And this is a conversation that, maybe perhaps
if your shit
I can't
ain't burning, why are we? If your shit ain't hot, why are we playing it?
I don't even know.
I like Lana Del. I like her music sometimes.
Exactly. She got that good sad girl music.
Yeah,
she got 100%. That real good sad
she
girl
killed
music.
She killed that song from Great Gatsby.
Yeah,
I got that joint on my playlist to this. Yeah,
that's Lana Del Rey.
That's Lana Del Rey.
Yes. I love Lana. Like, my sister loves Lana, a couple of Lana songs. That's what I'm saying. She has black fans.
She has that good sad girl music. Like, but it's like, what are you doing? Just put out your sad girl music. Don't try to bring black women into this. Just put out your sad girl music. That's it.
Well, you see, this is she ran into the problem of not seeing color, Walt, or pretending you don't.
Well, you know
that's what it is, because that's been her statement to it. I was just making a statement about the fact that these women were being celebrated. But Lana, what was trending was the fact they were 4 black women. Don't ignore that fact.
Exactly.
But like I said, I'm cool with that level. Like Lana's not the problem. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no,
I'm cool with that level being there.
No, she's not. She's definitely
We're
not.
not gonna get 100% understanding from these motherfuckers on nothing at all. I don't care how deep into the game they are, son. You could be knee deep in the fight, and you could be a knee deep activist fighting everything. At some point, you're gonna hit a wall and be like, I can't say that. At some point, you hit a wall, like, because we still figuring out what we don't want to hear from them, bro. That's the problem. We still sisters didn't know they didn't want Lana to say that shit till she said it. Then when she said it, they was like, damn. Look, I like Lana. Exactly.
He thought she was still cool for when she cursed out Azalea Banks.
Oh, yeah, I forgot she did that. And we come back to Azalea. I don't know why. This whole time we was talking about her, I kept thinking about Azalea. Now I remember. She did come for her.
What happened?
Yeah, I remember that Azalea was coming for something in Lana.
Azalea came for Lana Del Rey a few years ago, but Lana snapped back. And everyone was like, whoa, all right, shit.
Yeah.
And like Lana was like, hey, yo, nah, I'm really with the shits. Post your address. What's up?
Oof.
Like, I remember this. I remember
everybody was
this.
kinda shook.
Yeah. And you know what happened? Lana went for a second plate at the cookout. That's what went wrong. That's what went wrong. He went for a second plate. She tried to bring her potato salad. That's what really messed up. That's where you went wrong, Lana. You was at the cookout, but you went and grabbed that potato salad out the car.
Should have kept them raisin potato salad in the whip, bro.
And she had raisins in it.
She had raisins
in it, bro. She had raisins in the potato salad.
Everybody looking at her like, girl, what is this? What is this?
That's what I'm saying. We don't got to kick her out of the cookout. But we ain't going to eat that potato salad, Lana.
Right.
And as a matter of fact, you should eat that shit by yourself. That's what that post was you sent to us, Walt. Her eating that potato salad by herself in the corner, nigga.
Raisins and all.
Because she don't even want to take none of it home. You feel me? So that's what that post was. I don't want to take none of this potato salad with me. I'll be your resident shit.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's all I gotta say.
Exactly. Don't you dare feed it to the dogs.
Absolutely not.
Too much mayonnaise in that shit.
Come here, Chico.
She had too much mayonnaise in this potato salad. Potato salad was pure white. I was like, damn, man, that's a lot of mayonnaise.
Too much Hellmann's.
That's how I know you ain't put no pepper in it. All right, that's how you know you ain't put no pepper in it. It's too
man,
white.
come on,
like
bro.
Snow White.
Nope, it was bland as a motherfucker.
I ain't gonna have eggs and potatoes.
I've had potato salad with eggs in it. I can't front walk.
I don't even like potatoes.
No, I mean, but like that's what
I know. Like either I like it more when I got older when it's cold. Oh,
yeah.
I feel. I know what you're saying. Oh yeah, mayonnaise is eggs too. Yeah.
But bad joke.
Ba 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 ba. Damn, taking the leak. I'll be right back, yo. Shit, I keep getting up.
All right.
Stop sipping that beer, boy.
I'm about to go get what drink too.
Yeah, no bull, son. Every time I look at Joe, I just feel like drinking alcohol, man.
Right. Come on, we gotta catch up. Nigga.
Right.
We gotta edit this one. I was wilding, Joe. I was wilding.
What'd you say?
No, about the what do you call it? About donating human bodies.
So look, as soon as you said that shit, I said, nigga, just hit that shit. That's what's right. I was like, you just hit some of that good shit. Because I don't know what the fuck this nigga was talking about. I tried to bring the conversation to something else. I was like, this nigga wore loves me. I said, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? I believe that shit right in there, nigga, because everybody's like, you hit that shit, nigga, so you good.
No, you gotta take that shit out, man.
I can't edit around it, I was thinking, nigga. That shit was too fucking funny, nigga. As long as you know what the fuck you was saying, they make no damn sense. I'm glad it wasn't just me. Oh.
I already told Lou.
How did this become the topic? Oh, you told her when I went to the bathroom earlier? That's what Nah, bro, because people got to see us laughing about this and they got to understand what the fuck we talking about.
No. Just let them be confused.
Bro, I was trying to explain the physics of the universe last podcast. We be all right. Ain't nobody. I was looking, I rewatched that show. I was like, what the fuck am I talking about? I actually came up with a theory about that shit though, right? So, nigga science alert. And so I was thinking about the universe, right? And time running in reverse. So what if it's time, like let's look at an example, right? Like this plastic bag.
Yeah.
Right? Or the universe in itself, or how everything works with gravity and all that. The explosion happens, right? But it's not an explosion. So much as it was a crumpled mass like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden something happens that creates a force that begins to pull it apart. Right?
I miss niggas.
Okay.
And as it pulls it apart, it's like it's pulling it apart. So this is the expansion of the universe. It's expanding, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's going both ways. We only have the capabilities to see this side of the pool. But as it pulls, imagine if we were inside this bag as it starts to get pulled on. The weight of everything will begin to hold everything down, right? And I think that's what gravity is. As the universe is pulling apart, like this bag, and you see that tension created by that pull is what gravity is. And when it all collapses, that's a black hole.
Actually, I always thought a black hole was just like when a star collapses in on itself.
It is. But I was saying, Walt, I was talking about earlier, because he's talking about edit out the part where he was talking about to give the property to the body and shit.
Oh.
Because I was like, I didn't know what that nigga was talking about. Anyway, so I told him that last episode I was trying to explain the universe like nigga don't know shit about the joint, right? But I was telling him I had a thought where like if like because this picture like the universe is this ball, right? Think of it like putty, right? Everything is inside of this one ball and it begins to expand, but it's going both ways. And time is a factor for the expansion. We're on this side of it. However, the expansion is connected. So at the time, on some level, you can observe what's happening on the other side, hence why it's moving in reverse, because it's two objects pulling apart. And as it pulls apart, we're in the middle of this pull of the universe. And as it pulls, what happens to the bag? Like imagine if we were in this bag, all of a sudden as this pulls like this and you're in between these two layers, you would start to feel pressure.
Right.
Because it's pulling and tightening around you as we expand it.
Right.
That's what gravity is. We feel that pull, and that pull is the expansion of the universe, and it's holding us down. And that's how you explain what gravity is. It's simply a universe pulling apart. And it's felt on certain like physical spaces. So it's like, and you pull that apart, and then when it all collapses upon itself, which we see an example of a black hole, it goes back. Because if you look at a black hole, it looks like two things folding into each other.
Right.
You know, it looks like you ever see like where they try to show you like a warp gate in space?
Yeah.
I think of what anime when they make a warp gate. It looks like a tear.
Yeah.
But not a tear that's open, but a tear that's folding in on itself. So it's like a bending of the time in that one area. So when you bend time and you travel through time like you want to interstellar travel, right? You're taking a piece of that force, bending it for yourself to jump to the other side where the bend will be. So it's like if you wanted to move through that gum, you create a force strong enough to shoot you through the fold of the gum. And so it's like you're doing this. So whereas we pull these two pieces apart, right? If you have enough speed and power, you can begin to fold those two pieces together because you're moving fast enough to cut through the time that's separating them. But yeah, it's just
pick a science book up.
Nah, I understand it, but I was just because I always think about the universe and like because you know you watch these videos, how big is the universe really, and all these things, and I was just thinking about that time, and I was just like time and how it affects things. And I looked up a couple of Neil deGrasse Tyson clips, and I was just thinking about it, you know, just having my own theories about shit. That's why I love science that way. As an artist, like not as a scientist.
No, I get that.
The artist's job is to take leeway. Like, for instance, Christopher Nolan got all the way to the end of Interstellar and told us love is controlling the universe. And niggas was like, cool.
I go, what?
No,
I would have asked for my money back.
That's really what he did, though. Interstellar was literally love
Spoiler.
is controlling the universe.
You said spoiler.
It's not a real spoiler, Walt.
The movie wasn't shit.
Because about something like because the movie was ass.
Yeah. Everybody working to save the Earth. The top physicists and astronauts is 2 white people. I was like, come on, son. Let me. How am I supposed to believe this? His daughter's he's the astronaut that go, and his daughter is the one who figures it out. Come on.
Damn. Look at family. Look at family.
Meanwhile, you look at the current NASA program, more melanin in the damn room. It's Indians and like Asians and people, but it's melanin.
Fast.
But yeah, man. So that's what I call. Oh, I put a nigga science alert up earlier before I did that, Lou. So it's all good. I was like, nigga science alert.
Nigga
science alert, yeah.
What are you gonna say to that? Like, you can't say no to that. Like, you just like,
that.
Okay.
That used to be my favorite little subject to like research on my own.
Your favorite alerts to get nigga science alerts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I really like astronomy though.
Astronomy's dope. Like I said, it's just dope. Like I just always want to know what it all is, man. Why is it so big?
Mm-hmm.
Why can't we grasp the totality of how big it truly is?
Why haven't we mastered magnets?
And how the fuck y'all detect particles moving in reverse time?
Yeah.
Like, let's keep it. Like I said, I'm interested in all that. I understand.
Can we really clone back dinosaurs? Because if so, give me a velociraptor.
I think we can.
You can have all that.
100%. They just have to find. They have to find DNA. Just like Jurassic Park, nigga. Watch.
Hell yeah.
They're gonna make them because they were talking about how because the bones survive after this long period of time, they have no idea what the true exterior of these animals look like. Whether they have feathers, whether they had these things. It's all everything we've ever seen is just artist renderings.
Oxygen content is gonna be ridiculous on them, so they're gonna be like tiny.
Yeah. You know, exactly. So it'd be very interesting, man. I would go to. Would you go visit Jurassic Park if it was real?
I was just about to ask that. Yes.
I'm good, man. There's certain things I'm cool with an artist rendering.
Nah, I go to Jurassic Park.
I don't know.
Like I gotta
Especially
do
if
it.
they're as big as they look in Jurassic Park. I'm straight.
Like I'm pissing myself, but I'm going and I'm doing it.
I'm with Walt. I would have to go, but if shit hit the fan, I can't be mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, we saw the movie. Mm-hmm. We saw how this all could potentially go wrong. Take one white man trying to make his own version of it to fuck it all up, trying to steal some shit. Remember the fat security guy? He's trying to steal shit and let the Raptors out and shit?
And so
that's how the whole movie went wrong.
And so that's the thing. Like, you got to gauge when you go. Like, I don't know if, like, going at the beginning is the best time because I don't know if everything works correctly.
Because in the original movie, it was just opening, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and hadn't had visitors yet.
No, I don't. Yeah, no, the very first one, I don't think they had visitors. But in this new iteration, they had visitors coming. It was just a bad day.
Yeah, I would be nervous if there was anything extra. Like I don't need to see a raptor show where they got the raptors on tricycles and shit. I don't need to see none of that shit. Like, we're going to have these rappers come out here and jump as high through the hoops. Like, tricks and shit. None of that like they had in Jurassic World. I don't need to see no exhibitions. I don't need to see this white dude whistling to control these niggas. None of that shit. Just let me drive through, see these joints fenced up, and I'm going to keep it pushing.
This has to be like the wildest safari ride in the world. Like, that's it.
Facts.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm going to just not go.
Like, don't even feed the niggas. Like, yeah.
There can't be no petting zoo in this place.
Oh nah. You thought Tiger King was bad with that girl? When that dude got when that dude got his arm ripped off. Nah, man, that shit gonna be terrible.
You know, it's funny. I probably wouldn't go.
I'm not going, son.
Because I'm thinking, I would. I probably would because I haven't seen it, but I'm literally thinking if I would go to just a place that had number reptiles right now, and I wouldn't go to that. So if you put the place, but those dinosaurs, I'll go.
Exactly, that's different though.
I would go. I would need to see it. Because once I see the videos online, I'm gonna want to go.
So where are they putting Jurassic Park in the railroad?
Montana.
Texas. Why? Everything is Montana.
Everything is in America.
Because everything isn't Montana, nigga.
Why is everything in America?
Huh?
I was gonna say like Florida.
Let's be. I think if anybody's gonna do this, it would be America.
Yeah.
What other person
Jurassic
from?
Park, so.
That's what I'm saying.
Honestly,
What other person from other country would make this shit?
the only other place that would attempt to do this is Japan.
I can
see
see
that.
And if they do it, they're gonna do it right.
They would attempt to make like a 3D hologram joint though. I don't know if they would want to execute the real life. I feel like China would want to do the real life version before Japan would. Japan want everything to be fake.
Not fake.
Yeah, I'm just not
Perfect.
wrong, man.
Perfect. And the only way to get perfection is through virtual. Perfection doesn't exist in reality. Perfection is an abstract idea of the mind.
Well, I mean,
and it's very subjective too.
It is because what he calls Miyazaki would say like nature's perfect.
Man, fuck that old bastard.
Until he get ate by a bear.
Damn, all right.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of bears in Japan.
Yeah, no, fucking nature.
So,
really?
But no, yeah, there's a lot of bears in Japan. But to me, I'm just like,
shit.
But I say to that, I'm like, yeah, nature. I understand. I can't define it as perfect because I can't define nature. It's too big for me.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I can't grasp the totality of nature for me to say it's perfect. There could be a whole other planet where the Earth, like Earth, could be like a basic ass planet, and there's like other planets out there with crazy drip.
Yeah.
Like gravity ain't that bad. You could float a little bit. Like might be some water, like water in abundance. You could drink all of it, not just what's not in the ocean. You know what I'm saying? Like
right. Yes.
You know, because I look at life forms. I just look at the Earth as a giant life form that we live on.
Oh no, I mean I can definitely see that. But what you're describing, I heard is future, and I think of Earth. Earth is like that one nigga Kevin. He got a good job, all right. He fuck up sometimes, all right, but mostly he love her.
Yeah, I love Walt's analogy.
Yeah,
I just be waiting.
I completely agree. I agree with that. But
that's Earth. Like when you describe future, and like if you want that, like you can have that, but it's a price. At least with Kevin, you know, like I just described Mother Nature as Kevin. I'm sorry, Mother Nature.
No. I get it. If we flip the sexes, the analogy's still great.
Yeah.
But I want to know. I feel like if Kevin's now us, we be beating on Mother Nature, young.
Yeah. Nah, we doing it dirty right now.
Yeah, I was about to say we already beating on it.
Yeah. We abuse her every time we get a chance.
Every time.
We doing it dirty right now.
Keep taking us back too.
Right, like.
Yeah, man. Well, I was thinking about that, yo. I was like, yo, like, so everything starts with the planet. No planet, no us, right?
Yeah.
So it's like it's a seed grows life on it. You ever see those big ass crocodiles and they got like the moss on their back and the birds and shit live on it?
Yeah.
And eat the fauna and like the bugs that get on them and stuff. I just look at the earth like that.
And we the bugs? I mean, yeah,
exactly. We might be the cancer too.
True.
We're the cancer with the bugs. Like, I wonder if we're a mutation on Earth. Like, you know how cancer cells can go awry and start doing their own thing? I kind of wonder if humans are like, because cancer cells are essentially when your cells in your body stop functioning properly and break down, and they become harmful to the cell itself and start to generate out.
Yeah.
Take over other cells. That's how cancer works. So I wonder if we're like a cancer to the Earth in regards to like, we're like a mutation that it can't control.
Probably.
Antibodies are things like viruses. Like, for instance, COVID's an antibody for the Earth. And it's trying to take out the cancer in his body. And over time, it's just going to get better and better at killing us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder.
I don't know how the fuck we got on this.
Oh, that's
a good point, though.
Hits blunt.
Hits blunt.
I think we need one of those moments per podcast.
Oh no, you're gonna provide one. Like you're good for that, Joel.
Yeah, but man, I can't be the only one, bro.
No, I be swooping in sometimes like Batman,
Yeah. Well, I feel like I hit one earlier when you brought up the bodies of the property and stuff. I said,
that was a hits blunt moment.
Because he ain't really hit one.
Look, I'm emotional. All right.
Nah, because you finished the thought. And me and Lou was just staring at you.
I'm feeling a lot.
I don't even remember what he said. I just remember me like, huh?
I don't think he remembers what he said. That's the point.
Yeah.
None of us are supposed to remember it. Until we watch the video.
I'm like, this shit is recorded.
Yeah, facts. I'll try to take it out if I can, Walt. People gonna wonder what the fuck we've been talking about for the past 5 minutes.
It's okay. It's all right there.
Oh man, shit, man.
There's a me and Walt conversation when you got up to use the bathroom there. Yeah, that need to go.
Yeah, that need to go too. Yeah.
Well, I want to leave it all in though.
See, why
dirty mother.
Bro, I told you, look, I need one physicist to pop in that video from last week and shut niggas' whole life down. And I'd be grateful for it. I realized, like, that's really the Joe Rogan effect. I'm going to just say a bunch of dumb shit. And then he's so big that when he says something dumb, an expert just hit him up. Like, you can come and explain this to you. I think we just have that with our comments. Like, I'll be cool if I get corrected. I'm like, I didn't know about this. You know more.
Facts, honestly, yeah.
Yeah. I like shooting from the breeze. That's why I don't want us to ever be timid about talking about anything. Yeah. Because I want us to garner, like, if it gets flack, that's good. If someone's like, oh, these dumb niggas, like, I want them to think that so they could jump in the comment, write a paragraph out, and we're just like,
why we're dumb? Nice.
Facts. I would love that shit, man.
This is why you niggas is dumb as shit.
Please bless us.
Episode 15.
Bless us, Queen.
And I would be like, I didn't know.
True.
I mean that in regards to anything. If we're ever talking, poorly on any topic or substance, we don't know anything about it. Like, I want that correction to not be fearful. I want it to be something that's just happens.
No, I bet. Absolutely.
I feel like it's another way to build an audience. Cause like I was telling Walt earlier, I think you had got up, but bro, we have 10 views per video, bro.
Is that it? I don't even be checking.
10. And we got 2 comments on the last one. Some lady watched the whole thing.
What episode was that?
Last one. She said, I loved it.
Who? Was this someone you know or is this some random?
It might have been one of y'all niggas writing something. Did y'all write something on the last video?
Nah. You would know if it was me.
2 people wrote. One person said, yo, I love it. Keep going. Can we be YouTube friends? I was like, okay.
Oh, it was one of them type comments.
And then the other person was like, I loved it. Just kept it pushing. Word. That's the first comment from somebody who ain't one of us and with another account made something.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
Actually, third time. But now I'm cool with 10, young. I realized how we started to build, right? We started to build to where we get our flow. Then we bring a guest in.
Mm.
We get our flow with the guest. That guest shares that they were on. Someone comes in, sees that it's podcast 80, not 80, but podcast 30 or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, this is not new. This is not new to them. It's not new to us, but it's new to them. Then they check out this person that we had on as a guest, chop it up with them. They're like, okay, cool. Whether or not we hit it out the park, it gets shared, it gets liked, whatever, right? But then we just keep doing something like that. We just keep grabbing people trying to bring their audience into ours a little bit more and a little bit more as we grow. And like I said, as we find our niche and way to do it. Right now, I think we still struggle with closing topics well.
Yeah.
Really, I feel like them transitions, and even when we get kind of off topic, it's like
I think that's what we're working on right now. We're just going, flowing in and out. But I think as we get better at it, putting a button on the topic and having a smoother transition after that button, meaning conclusion of a conversation, and then we push into another avenue. You know what I'm saying? So it just feels more like we can say that the show has this segment, this segment, this segment. Anybody got a question of the week? And we can wrap it up with a question of the week.
Forever, I feel like that. I feel like Walt's. What state would we move to? That was question of the week to me. That was good question of the week material.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that could be the question of the week.
All right.
Yeah.
It was just in the middle of this whole 2 hour.
Yeah. We didn't call it that, but that's a good way to put it. I accept that.
And that is a nice question to ask other people too. You know, what question do you feel black people should, or what state do you think black people should get for reparations?
Yeah.
Gotta be Georgia.
Georgia.
Bunch of non-singing ass niggas.
Hey man, if one of us was singing, we should be more famous by now.
Hey, facts.
Yeah,
See this little black kid when you posted the old black kid singing.
Oh yeah, that was sweet, man. He's apparently he was on Little Big Shots, season 4 of Little Big Shots. Show? Yeah, but
I never watched.
The boy can really sing though.
You never watched the Steve Harvey show?
No. Steve Harvey used to host this show, or still does, called Little Big Shots. I never seen that.
Oh, me neither.
Steve Harvey show that was on the regular. You already know.
Steve Harvey show.
Dang, they ride in L.A. too. Fucking up the cop cars. Look at that.
All right.
Dang, I know that's a white dude.
Nigga skirted out. Citizens of Los Angeles respond to the lynching of George Floyd.
Damn.
It'd be nice if we had some like Second Amendment rights type people with.
Why is this man on the ground?
Yeah, actually, so there's there is a National African American Gun Association that you can join. That's what it's called.
Oh, NAGA?
Yep.
Yeah, already on their page and stuff.
NAGA.
I hit them for a minute.
Yeah.
NAGA.
Yeah.
NAGA.
That's kind of dope.
Yeah, I'm hip to all that shit, man. I'm already on that wave.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, yeah, that's what we got to get into it, man. Like I said, man, I don't want us, we'll never think of all alike, but man, we can get focused on some shit though.
Mm-hmm.
But what you mean, nigga? We ain't supposed to be like-minded, but the goals got to be the same, nigga. If you ain't talking ownership and something you could pass down, then what you talking? Talking a bunch of old shit. Well, yeah, we gonna wrap this joint up though.
Yeah, no, we definitely can. We definitely can.
All right. So anything else y'all want to get off your chest before we wrap it up for this week? Anything we forget to talk about? We got Azalea out the way, Joe Biden out the way, George Floyd, R.I.P. to the king.
R.I.P. George Floyd.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Yeah, you know the irony though, he was actually an advocate to stop gang violence in Houston.
Yeah, I heard.
That's crazy. And what people are using to defend his murder. So anyway, George Floyd, SpaceX launch, Lana,
Doja touched her a little bit.
Doja, all you guys. The way you said that, Lou.
Right? Yeah, I was just like,
I said what I said. I know what I said.
Okay,
oh,
all right.
Oh man, well you're not white, Lou, so you can't go. Well, I don't know. Are you voting for Trump?
I would like to keep my black card, so nope.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna call Joe if I see you slipping. I'm gonna call up Joe so he come through, snatch that bitch out your head.
Hey, but you know what? We wouldn't blame you. We would not blame you.
I know we can find there's got to be a Joe Biden mask on sale somewhere. Because I want niggas to just have a black card and Joe Biden. This is sketch. We just made Joe Biden start snatching that shit, nigga. Motherfuckers like, I don't think I'm a vote this election.
You're not black.
Yeah,
Joseph was still here, man. You could have played. You could have used him as Joe Biden.
Yeah, like what are things black people get their black card took from? I was at this Christmas party one night, and this one black girl had never tried Hennessy.
Wow.
So I was like, I gotta take your black card. I was like, I can't. I was like, I gotta take your black card. She's like, I gotta take my black card. I gotta get taken for this. I was like, it's Hennessy. Yeah, your black card. You never tried it. Also, you gotta drink it every week. You gotta try the Henny though.
It's Hennessy, or if you've never tried Crown Royal.
Facts. I need either one. She said she didn't do dark liquor. She never did any of them.
Black people love.
But you tried Hennessy, Lewis.
Yeah, I've tried both. I don't
exactly. That's all I require. That's it. All I require. I don't even require it. It's just funny to me. Like, what's okay? That's how we end this. What's something you feel like you get your black card taken off if the niggas knew?
Ooh, man, I could list a few. Let me think of one.
I don't know how to play spades.
I don't know how to play any card game whatsoever. Uno, none of that stuff, man.
I think you could slide a little bit more, but I'm actually from the South and shit. My family isn't.
Or something. Y'all know how to play spades? Like,
nah.
Don't do that over here, man.
Do you know how to play, Walt?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know how to play spades.
Yeah, what
I get my black card took for that in certain places.
Damn, yeah.
There's some movies I ain't never seen too.
Yeah, they probably get me on the movies.
Snatch my card for that.
Oh, you know what? I've never seen Color Purple.
Nah, you don't get your black card taken for that.
Nah, that movie
Plus,
too long.
like,
Even Spielberg directed that shit. You fine. You perfectly fine. It's a black classic. Don't get it twisted.
But it's like it's Oprah and is Whoopi and
there's generational stuff on that though. You can't pass down Color Purple. I mean, you'd be like, "Nah, watch this movie, son," but it's like,
yeah,
I can't see somebody taking it for Color Purple.
Yeah,
it's just also old, so you could just put generation on it.
True.
Like, I'm just young, you know.
I'm trying
see
to
what
think,
else.
like,
I know there's like a list. I bet you I could Google a list right now.
Oh, you know the root done made something.
Right.
The griot or the root.
Things that get your black card revoked.
yeah,
And you know what's funny? First thing on there is you haven't seen the movie The Color Purple. Man, get out of my face.
Are you serious?
I'm so serious. First thing I Googled. But it's from some like
guess
random
you getting that
website.
shit took, Walt?
I guess I'm getting it took too.
I'll be all right.
Nah, like I can see if you know more white rappers than black rappers.
Nah.
Like you can't say you love hip hop.
I dare say you never had the card, Walt.
Wow.
If that's the case, I dare say you never owned one. Like, make it make sense. I can speak to as a suburbs. One of the first rappers I got into heavy was Eminem. Being growing up in the suburbs.
Yeah, but he's not the only like rapper.
Kanye and Luda.
No, I was exposed to a lot. Nah, Kanye took it to the next level, but Eminem was before Ye though.
But like, imagine like if you were just like Eminem, Macklemore.
Come on, son.
Like, imagine if you just list all the white Asher Roth.
Come on, son.
You just keep listing.
You're making a fictional person though. As a fictional person, I want to meet this brother. Like I said, I don't think he ever had the card. Well,
you know what? He added Hobson in there too.
I used to fuck with Hobson a little bit.
So did I.
The Ill Minds of Hobson. Ill Minds are dope. I don't like his other album, like his albums or anything, but the Ill Minds are dope.
Okay, I found another list. Man, I don't know.
I'm trying to think like if you don't like greens, but I'm like there are just certain food things where I'm just like.
Okay. So here's a few. Not knowing how to play spades, y'all gonna have my card for that. Sucking at the electric slide and all of the line dances.
I got that. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Not watching The Wire. Not gonna lie, never seen The Wire.
I have the box set, so
but that's not my fault.
My way through it.
Too many white people were telling me to watch it, so I didn't want to watch it.
That's fair.
Yeah, I missed that one.
Because when Freddie Gray happened, they forgot all about the series.
Right. You Ain't Seen Your Friday. Seen that joint a million times.
Oh man, that was my movie. Like, I used to fall asleep to that shit.
That's my
shit. For real, I used to rewatch that joint.
I don't know how to double dutch.
You don't know how to double dutch or braid cornrows. You hate greens, black eyed peas.
I don't know how to braid them, but I've had them.
I have had braids at one point in my life.
Same.
Yeah.
You don't fuck with Jay-Z or Beyonce.
How can you not?
That's how you get your black cards took. Walt.
That's one way. Right. Pumpkin spice lattes, enjoying that'll get your car revoked. Not supporting.
Hey, the pumpkin spices is not bad.
Tell me why I felt Walt going rebuttal.
I just knew I was waiting. That was a trap, and you saw right.
As soon as you read the shit, he was like, "Oh my god,
nah, man, no, nigga, hungry, man."
Yeah, man.
Yo, I feel like this one is for me. Not owning a bonnet to protect your hair. Now, I know we've all worn a do-rag at some point in our life.
I've had a bonnet. I used to stay with a bonnet on.
Yeah, I just lost mine. Keep it 100. But let me see what else is on this list. Never watching Set It Off. Not liking mac and cheese. Never completed.
Oh, Mark Lamont Hill don't like mac and cheese.
I do not like mac and cheese. I'm gonna keep it 100. It's not my thing.
I'm taking that shit.
All right, that's black.
It's not for me. Okay. Never completing a full episode of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Come on, son. Who ain't seen The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Wait, completing
A nigga that's about to get his car took.
Exactly.
Somebody tweet this list of Joe Biden, yeah.
He ain't done none of this stuff. I need
Nope.
his black card.
Facts.
Is you black nigga?
Because he think it should accept it everywhere.
Right.
This is not.
You think he Visa
not
or something.
Visa.
Yeah,
This
man.
is not Visa.
Exactly. Well, we gonna wrap it up, y'all. All right. This has been the TWEOM podcast. I'm your host, Joel Morris.
It's your other host, Louis the 15th.
And it's your other host, Walt Reed.
And thank you for listening.
Deuces.
Peace.
Peace.